It's a crime and shame with Sunny Justice. Okay, hey everyone.
Hello.
Come join me. Hi everyone. Buzzard, thank you very much. You sent a bunch of people this way. I actually did turn off my just a couple of minutes ago. I did turn off the subscriber only mode just in case there was some new people coming, or else that they would have to like subscribe to me for 3 hours. So I don't mind. Mods of course. Like who's DVD in, like that name just doesn't sit well with me. This DVV in, yeah, I'm just gonna block that user. I don't even care who
are you
is.
talking about?
There was someone named DVVVVD. Nah, that doesn't sit right with me. So I'm just gonna block right away on there. So I just don't, you know what, when people have names like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hi Jinga, how are you? Geez, my ball was well. There you go. That's probably that intro. And there. So yeah. So how's Deb doing?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
Oh, good.
You have Mondays off, right? Today?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You look rested.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, I think I slept on and off like yesterday. I was just out in.
I was too. I don't know what it was, but I could not keep my eyes open. I was dozing on and off all day long, no matter how much I tried to stay awake. The weather, I don't know.
Yeah, all I was doing was looking. You know, it's really exhausting when you're trolling. Like, I don't want to say trolling, but when you're like, you know, just passing by people's account all day. You know, checking them out, seeing who their friends are. You know, see who their acquaintances are. It gets really tiring. And then next thing I know, it's like.
It makes me sleepy. Like, just keep staring at that screen, and that's probably it. That, and we've stayed up till 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
For so long trying to bust this case, right?
Yeah. I know. We can't. They go by so fast. Anyway, thanks everyone. Hi Tracy, Jinga, Peace, Sloopy, Buzzard, Mary Ellen, Polly. Did I say there we go. I'm not sure if Mama or Adam will be joining us tonight. I'm not really sure what they're doing. I really haven't talked to anyone too much. John, how are you? Laura, etc. So yeah, today we're gonna be mostly talking about, we're going to talk about Keegan Dunker. First of all, Keegan Klein, Anthony Klein bit. I'm going to show you some pictures. Again, just kind of, you know, people are on this Tony Klein kick for the BG, and that's their prerogative if they want to think that. But, you know, I don't know, maybe with some pictures. You know what? I just happened to be on someone's Facebook, not someone's Facebook. I was in one of the Facebook groups, And I was just scrolling down, not too far, and I don't usually do that, to be honest with you. I don't overly pay attention to the Facebook groups too much until like maybe a notification comes in or something like that, that maybe perks my interest. But anyways, I was scrolling down, and back in March of 2021, there was this gentleman by the, I'm not sure if he wants me to use his name, but I'll just leave it out. Either way, all of a sudden, like, this guy, he's, what was it? A photo editor, I believe, and had like 20 plus years experience. And he exactly explained how to, how to properly put a video in, I don't know, in proper, how do I say that, Deb?
Clear it up.
Yeah, to clear it up. He said back in 2017, they really wouldn't have had these techniques to do so. But now that as time has gone on, there is. And so I'm watching it, and it wasn't very long, and I'm like, well, damn, he actually did a really good job. Focus, put it in focus better. And so I wanted to slap myself because mind you, I didn't even join the group up until not too long ago, to be honest. But I was just so glad that I came across his post because, like I said, if anyone has been watching me, they know that I have literally taken that video, dissected the face, looked for markings, just did everything I could, whether it was not just markings, but I was trying to figure out what the hell this guy was wearing as well, the BG. But anyways, I'm just going to start by showing a quick short clip, nothing special, only about 40 seconds long or whatever. I just quickly made it for tonight. So I'm just going to show that really quick. And it's to do, well, you'll see. Let's see if it plays properly on here. I know this. Okay, so it was just a quick little video. All I could think about was Cheech and Chong as I was doing it. So those are from Keegan Klein's his own Facebook, and this is where friend number 2 truly comes in, right? I can see where they're best buds, obviously. You get it, best buds. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was Keegan's face that.
Yeah, that was Keegan's face with that big ass baggie, right?
His face was so much thinner.
Oh no, he's always been a chunky wonky.
He always has been chunky, but his face was so much thinner in that picture that I wasn't sure for a second if it was him. Yeah. And when was that? That was from when?
In his life. Actually, let me see. Just see here. Actually, let me go back to it.
2017.
Yeah, I was. Well, hold on. Let me just make sure before I say that. I was too busy laughing at the freaking video, to be honest with you. Let me see. Let's see. Photos, videos. So that one was. Let me just play this one. Yeah. Whoops. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, it's 2017 or 18. 2018. Okay. Sorry. Right. Sorry. Had to go back and click on it again. But yeah. So it just makes me laugh. Like it's like I said. You know how he talks about the friend 1 or whatever, and he's talking about like, well, yeah, no, he just gets an ounce, like I just get an ounce or whatever it was. And then here he is, just this, big time ass drug dealer here.
Right.
Just like his friend number 2. I don't even. Do most people know who friend number 2 is now? And if they do, just say the initials. But
I don't know that they do. Has anyone else said the name? I know we do because we researched it, but I haven't heard anyone else say. Have you?
Well, no, actually. But then I haven't really paid attention either.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really don't pay attention to other people's stuff. So if they did, besides just talking to a couple of friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna bring up this picture. Let me just. Oh, actually, I gotta go into here first, I guess.
While you're doing that, I just want to say, I swear we did not coordinate colors tonight. I did not.
Oh, are we both wearing green?
I was green too. I didn't have any idea you were doing it.
Funny. Maybe you can answer this question a little bit for. Hold on. Maybe you can answer that question a little bit for Leah if you want to.
Okay, Leah says, I'm so confused about what in the hell the friend part of the story is. I'm not quite sure what that means.
Well, number 2
confused?
is the big drug, like the guy that Keegan didn't talk about to, the FBI or whatever. So, and then he's like, well, like basically, why would I? He's my best friend and da-da-da-da-da-da. John, he's having issues here with, where's Mama? Mama, I'm not sure where Mama is. She's busy doing life probably right now, I think. Yeah. And I don't know which person thing 2 is referencing, but one of them is JJ.
No. And Adam talked with friend 1, so we know who friend 1 is. Absolutely.
Yeah, friend 1 is like in the vicinity of where he lives.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you want to talk, but JJ.
Should I just give initials?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay. All right. So, friend 1 is in Las Vegas, and friend 2 is in the area that Keegan was in, and we're talking about initials of KT and then TT. So
TT, yeah.
TT.
TT.
Yeah. So in the transcripts, in case you didn't know any of this, in the transcripts, Keegan talked about friend 1 and friend 2, and that's how they referred to them. So we did some digging and research and discovered who they were.
Hey, Brett. Okay, let me just go to. Let me put it this way. It's not really that hard to Google Old Country Road and who lives on Old Country Road.
Country Club, yeah.
I think Country Club?
Country Club Road.
Is that what it's
called? Paw
Pike,
yeah.
Yeah, Paw Pike is the grandparents there.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm just, in my head, I'm thinking about the raid to his house. His dad was probably shitting his pants.
Yeah, probably.
On there. But anyway, okay. So let me pull up the picture here.
Laura says I look tan. I wish. It must be different lighting.
This is the lighting, I think. Eh? Yeah.
Lighting.
Okay. So I'm going to share this picture first. And I put Devil's Hop Yard on it because, so this is what I want to explain is that the BG on the, I guess, if you're looking at the video, would be, I can't get distracted by the comments. Yeah, you look at the comments. I can't get distracted by them.
All right. Let's see here. Thank you, Buzzard, for reminding everyone to hit the like button. And the reason we ask people to do that is it actually helps her algorithms and helps more people to find her and helps the show as well. So to gain more viewers.
Friend 2 is not hard to find.
No.
He honestly isn't. Just go on to the Keegan Klein Facebook and just search away for likes on his pictures.
Right.
It wasn't hard, to be honest with you. I don't mind his name popping out into the world.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big drug dealer.
Yeah.
The mask is creepy. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So number 2 is not hard to find just by that alone. Okay. So there you go. That's been said actually by a few other channels. They've given hints.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to talk about with this picture that's in front of you guys is that, okay, so the BG underneath of his neck has what I know to be a mask, okay? For me, the reason I knew it was a mask was because I was looking at this whole goggle thing, and then I was watching it in really slow motion, the video, and then I realized that what looked like goggles popped out into a bigger thing, to be honest with you. And that's when I was like, oh, wait a second. Like I can see nostrils. Like that's a mask. And so and that was like a long, long time ago, right near the start. And so I found pictures, where they double overexpose sometimes too, because it's like, okay, if you tilted your head, you could see it was a mask. And the mask that he's wearing is like, you guys see the white one that you can buy at any Halloween store? Just kind of like when we were watching a video yesterday, there was something with, they were in a Halloween store, and that's your typical like $4.99 mask right there. It's just like a rubbery. This one looks like it's harder, but it was just like more of a latexy rubbery thing. And that one could be that. I just know that that's the very similar mask to it. So anyways, if you truly looked, you'd see the nostrils that are on that mask, instead of thinking it's like this scarf. But Devil's Hop Yard is the one that basically, if people want to kind of go look at what is believed to be the crime scene when they took away the helicopter footage that evening, and then they took it out of the, like the press, and then they left a blank airspace there where that whole footage was. So, of course, not before people, of course, got their hands on it. So people can think what they want or not think what they want, but either or, I didn't really notice it at first. And then because I was too busy looking for dolls and at this big bunny, and well, look, some people said bear, but it's like, actually it looks like a bunny. I've have better pictures of it now, and you can see like one big bunny ear is kind of like coming up on I guess it would be the left-hand side if you're looking at the video. Regardless, then I could all of a sudden realize that the mask was in there, and I was like, oh shit. So I've always said that the mask was there, but I didn't realize that it was actually in the footage of the Devil's Hop Yard that I could actually make it out. So if we look at Keegan D, so KAK is Keegan Anthony Klein, or we'll just say KK and KD. KD is Keegan Dunker. KK, obviously TK is Tony Klein. Okay. So I really would rather just prefer to use KD. Now, anyone who knows my POI knows that it's Keegan Dunker, but I just prefer to use KD. Okay. And so anyways, if we look at KD in the right-hand corner of the picture that you're looking at, okay, so that's the mask that him and his friend were wearing. Looks like they put them on during a store, whether they were at a Halloween store or something. Either or, this is what I saw on his Facebook. And then that's the same basically mask that I saw as the BG wearing it. And so then when I see it on Devil's Hop Yard, and you guys can, let me just bring up the picture, or so I can do it this way. So, unless people got blinders on, this is the mask. This is the mask from the store. BG was wearing it underneath his chin here. And then this is the mask from Devil's Hop Yard. I can guarantee you guys that when the, what's it called, Deb? When the, not the transcript, when the affidavit comes out, and it will be a mask is probably one of the things that was, of the signature, perhaps there was more, who knows. Anyways, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to see the same shape, the same nose, here to here. So that's why I'm showing this. I've gone over this more than enough times. So I thought this was kind of like a good way of showing it to you guys, is that, you know, BG, if you actually, no, I guess I could have put the BG with the mask underneath his chin, but either or, you guys can go look at the video and dissect it yourself again if you want. Other than that, you know, this is on his Facebook page. This is the same mask, a mask that he had. And I don't honestly know how to say this to people, but obviously he's not wearing this on his face. If he doesn't know he's being recorded, but maybe he was planning on putting it on prior to the, like, if he didn't know the girls were recording him, why would he put it on? He would have waited till he got closer if it was intended to use as he got closer, you know, to them. So
plus, if he had the mask on coming across that bridge, they would have immediately known something was wrong and taken off down the side of the hill. So it was more natural for him to just come in as himself. Maybe he used that mask. If the murder was videotaped, maybe they wore masks during that.
Correct. You know, who knows? Yeah. All I know is, like I said, I'm not here to tell the whole story because I don't know the whole story.
Right.
At all. I can just tell you who the BG is and things like this. And now, so Jenga says the mask area looks huge and I can't make sense of it with size, even though the video is smeared, for lack of a better term. Are you talking about the BG video or the Devil's Hop Yard video? Hi, Crime Junkie. How are you? Welcome. And thank you, Buzzard, for, you know, I mean, I've always said this, subscribers or whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But I mean, I appreciate if people are interested in the story, because this is about Abby and Libby at the end of the day. It's not about anything else. And I don't want to make it about anything else. The BG video. So the BG video, well, so you said so let's see, the mask area looks huge and I can't make sense with the size. Well, you know what the thing,
I think it looks huge.
The thing is, I think what you're missing, Jenga, on this one, honestly, here, let me go pull up the video for the BG. Give me a second here. Oops. Okay, why is my thing doing that? Don't be that. Okay, BG loop. Video. Oops. Okay. Okay, so I always use Diggers, so I'm going to continue to use Diggers because his is from the ISP website, and all he did was use it, bring it closer, and bring it closer. And that's what I loved about it right from the start. So I'm going to hit stop screen. We'll share screen and take this off here and share and go to that. And okay, and then I'll just make it bigger here. Okay, so let's go back to the start of it and we'll just watch it for a second. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. If you guys are looking at it, you guys, so his chin's here, and like this is the mask, and this is the nose actually. So because it's latex, Jenga, what's happening is that it's really truly not coming out in like all at once, really. It's more up to the nose area and a little below that, but it kind of goes underneath of his chin because it's like a because it's like a soft settings. I just want to see if I do it in like
almost like he pulled it down and it's stuffed in.
Right. So like if somebody turns their head on an angle right now, you know, like just tilts it to the left, you know, they can kind of make out like where the two eyes are. You know, I'm just trying to do it in a little bit slower motion. Let me see if I can even just go a little bit slower. I'm at 0.5. So let's go to 0.25, which is the least, and just hit play. When they put out the video for this or the picture, the picture was stopped where it looked like it was goggles or a scarf. But if you've taken like thousands upon thousands of pictures like I have, right? You literally understand what you're looking at. See, because like right here is one of your best bets to look at. But so underneath of his chin is where the thickness is. So you know on his face, when you put the mask on and above the forehead, and it kind of, you know, goes into like a, you know, like flatness in a sense. That part's underneath, yet I can make that out still in pictures, you know, to show that it has depth to it. Okay. So all I can do is tell you, I use my iPhone. I can take 600 burst shots at one time. See, again, just right here. Okay, this will be the nose. And if you literally took a picture on your phone, just burst shots, at some point you're going to find a picture which is going to have the nostrils right here. Meanwhile, this kind of part is tucked underneath of his chin. It's just basically like anything. It's latex, yeah? It's like elastic, you know what I mean? It's rubbery. So it's going to kind of fold and move. It's not like it's one solid piece, just, you know, hard piece that you get in, you know, like the hard ones that you stick on your face. It's not one of those kind. Okay. So this is, for me, right here, this area for me, this was personally where I like to take my burst shots because it's not too close and it's not too far. And this is to me where I would just burst my phone, like I said, 600 shots, 600 shots, 600 shots. And then I might go through them and I might find like, you know, maybe 4 to 10 pictures out of 600 that I might consider using. But then I realized, oh, that one was a little bit too close and it was too grainy. Ah, shit, you know. So I would just be like, okay, delete that pile, retake, over and over again. And this is when you can tell that if you're looking at all the different pictures that you combine yourself. So let's just say out of the over 50,000 I've taken, I would say maybe 20 to 30 were usable, perhaps, you know, because the whole point is I'm looking for a needle in it. I'm looking for the needles in the haystack. Okay. You can see his jacket right here. Yeah. You can see that it's like a pouching down. Almost reminds me of a windbreakers right here. That's what it always reminds me of. Reminds me of a little bit of a windbreaker. Okay. So I'm going to close that off now and go back to where I am here. Okay. I'm not sure what anyone said. Oh, there's Adam. Hey, Adam.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey.
Good. I was just chilling backstage listening to you ladies.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. When I got the video open, I couldn't see in here. But let's just quickly take a look at him before I welcome you properly. I just wanted to see what people were saying. BG could not have murdered them, though. He could have just walked on by. They wouldn't have known who he was, and it wouldn't have mattered if they saw him. Wait, what? Unless a crime was already taken place and BG thought BG could not have murdered them, though. I'm sorry. Am I missing what that's saying?
Oh.
What is it? Am I missing the point on that one?
Well, I'm assuming it's referencing the video you just showed.
Yeah, but it says BG could not have murdered them, though. He could have just.
Oh.
Go ahead.
No, I was reading it. I'm sorry.
She was talking about when we said that he might have put, had the mask there so that, like, I don't know how to. She was talking about when we were talking about whether he had the mask on, off, or whatever. But I'm not. That's when that happened. But I wasn't clear on what she meant.
Yeah, but to me, the whole thing of there was a crime that they witnessed thing, I don't believe that for one, not even a second. The BG was decked out with headphones on. He had a microphone. This was a totally planned thing. I don't believe it was anything to do with witnessing at all myself. Not to say that that's not your path, Jinga. Just definitely all I see here personally, and I keep looking at it and I could be wrong, but all I keep seeing here is that basically probably Palladino, if anybody, perhaps, um, was the one that probably did the Dropbox, like basically paid money. Who knows? Maybe, and I'm thinking about this today. A snuff film was offered in return. It was planned, yeah. And it will come back to Derek German. To me, this will come back to Derek German, and basically an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That he pissed off people. He pissed off the wrong people, turned informant, etc., and this will come back to why Abby was like shouldn't have been killed, but clatter like damage. Like she was just to me killed because she was there, unfortunately. But this all just reeks to me of drug deals and Derek German, unfortunately. That's how I still see it, even like looking at everything. Tony and his dad, Keegan, I know knows, of course, what happened, or because he probably sold, whatever to have them meet at the bridge. That's how I see this. I don't see Keegan Klein. I don't even see his dad involved in the murder part. I see Keegan involved in selling and being able to give someone the access. Hence why there was probably two different texts, because you can tell when two people are messaging you differently. So I wouldn't doubt it if that secondary person was the one that basically paid in whichever way for Keegan to use Keegan's services, in a sense, to get the girls lured to that area that day. And to me, it's going to be watchers, the BG, killers, etc. I see this as that. It still hasn't really changed my mind. It's just because if anything was attaching to Keegan, when Keegan's name came out, it was the lure part of it all. And so now that we heard the transcripts, it's making sense to me. Yeah, does it make more sense to you about that? I'm going to show you guys. Well, let's just welcome our friend Adam first. Hey, Adam.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, hey, Adam.
What's up?
What up? Adam, you were supposed to wear green.
Oh, I didn't get the memo. I'm sorry.
Well, you got green behind you.
I do, yeah. I have a green light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your hat is black or white or green?
I could make it blue. Or right there.
Woo!
The other night, Frank Meister was in chat. What was he saying about Greeno telling what he knows about Delphi to get recharges reduced, if I heard him right? I honestly don't know exactly what Frank Meister said about that, to be honest with you. I know he is. Let me put it this way. We'll talk about Greeno in a little bit, actually. Yeah, we'll talk about Greeno in a little bit, to be honest with you. Hi, Brett. How are you? Okay. So, yeah. So, did you work today, Adam?
No, I did not.
No? Okay.
I watched Bad Vegan on Netflix.
Did you? Bad Vegan?
Yeah.
That's what I do on my Mondays off.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It's a true crime.
I watch that while I'm eating a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually really good. It was interesting. There was a catfish involved, and
okay.
And it was kind of about embezzlement.
Oh, okay.
The woman that owned a restaurant in New York, and
I thought it was about food.
I know. Well, it was a vegan restaurant.
Okay. Okay. The picture, not to go off of you, but I am to show this picture now. Where is my picture? Where is my thing here? I promised myself I would try to stay on a little bit better point today. I'm so bad for veering off. Okay, let me just take this down. Okay. Okay. So back in the day when this picture came out on the right-hand side, not the left, because that's Keegan, but back in the day when this picture came out, I know a lot of people thought that it was, what's the word I want to use? Manipulated, I guess. And yeah. I was like, yeah. And I remember when I was taking all of my pictures, I remember coming across this one. Out of the 50,000 pictures, honestly, I think I came across that picture one time, this picture. And I was like going, huh. But the way it looked to me was like more like it was, what is it? What are those little sticks that you stick in your computer? You know, for memory, those memory sticks. Thank you. Memory sticks. Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking it looks something like that. Okay. So then I think this one's coming to bite me in the ass because I truly believe now that the BG was smoking. And probably when his face turned down, perhaps, you know, when somebody has a smoke in their mouth, you know, and then they, you know, and they got their hands in their pocket and they're having to, you know, puff on it. Yes, USB stick. That's the word. I can't find my words today. Thank you, guys. So anyways, so you see, just look at that cigarette, just for instance. It's like a twin to the BG's smoke, to be honest with you. Do you guys see that at all? Like how the smoke looks in the BG to how Keegan. Okay. So what do you think, Adam?
Yeah, no, you put the cigarette in the picture, correct?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, what am I seeing there?
Yeah. So let me go back to another picture then that I did today as well, which is, let's see, do I do this one? Yeah, this one. Okay. So share that one and window, share. Okay. So after watching that guy's video today, and he had it playing and how he was showing how he made it so you can bring it into focus better. I didn't use this one to show the BG, but I wanted to show you. If you look kind of at the mouth of where the BG is, and then you see the cigarette that's here, to be honest with you, and then you look how Keegan, let me put it this way. They're virtually in the same ass spot. You know, Garrett keeps his on this side of his mouth. Keegan keeps his on this side of his mouth. And actually, I probably could have shown this better because this is probably the wrong picture. But it's close enough. Let me just put it that way. I mean, you know what I like about this video that this guy did is that you see this spot right here, or here. I'm not looking at it right. Hold on. Let me do this. Okay, cigarette here. Okay, Keegan here. So just think about the last picture I just showed you. Like it's yeah. So I was like going like, no way this guy is freaking walking across the bridge having a smoke, you know. Oh no, I'm gonna go, you know, lure some girls today or kill some girls today, one of the two, who knows. So what I liked about the video that the guy did is that sometimes, like I've seen in my pictures too, where something or double exposes. So it's kind of like this piece here kind of ended up like up here. So it allowed you to see his chin more. So I'm going to show you. So wait, let me just go back to the chat on this one. Okay, so does anybody believe that the BG was smoking? I absolutely do now, actually. I didn't before. I was like, no way. No way is this guy smoking. You know, whether it's a, huh?
I said, yeah, definitely could be. And, you know, there was a report that they found a cigarette butt, which I'm sure there were lots of cigarette butts out there, but.
Yeah. Well, exactly. You know, but probably it was probably floating still, maybe, perhaps.
Right.
Meaning it was fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, Christy? I wouldn't have believed it until I was looking at this gentleman's video, and it was like a piece of a gem to me. And I'm going to actually show that. I'm going to show you his clip. I just need to find it here. I think it's in our chat from yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And I probably need, okay, no, I'm still think I'm good here. Let me just find the clip for that from yesterday, because I want you guys to see it as well. And no, let me just, oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, let me just stop it. Can I make it bigger? I guess I could. Let's see. Anyways, share screen. Chrome. This one. Okay. Let's see how that comes out looking to you guys right now. I'm going to take us off to make it. Let me just see if this is too big. If I do it this way. Was that too big? No, hey, no. Hey. Stupid thing. Stop. You just stop right there. Is that as big as you're going to get? Okay. I think that's as big as it's going to get.
I'm trying so hard not to make a bad joke.
Are you doing? Oh, kind of like that person that did the video with Sunny's cryptic note. If anyone was looking, they'd see it was basically a penis to an apple. That was pretty funny. Okay. I'm just trying to see. Okay, I'm just gonna hit play. Okay. Should be able to make it bigger though. Is it playing? Oh, that would be great if it played. Okay, there we go. See right there? You guys see that? I'm going to go back to that spot right. Just give me a second. Okay. I'm going to stop right there for a sec. Okay. So I was so impressed when I saw this video, because this is the most, I want to call it cleaned up or more in focus video, because like he said, you know, he's been in it for 20 plus years. This is a Facebook group. He literally gave the whole explanation of everything of what you need to do to keep it in its, what do I want to say? It's still in its same form or whatever. Right. But skewing back the nose and nostril to its proper spot. And yeah, so when I saw that, I was like, why didn't I see this back freaking a year and a half ago? Or at least a year ago, I should say, because it's been about a year. So I want to show you what the hell. Oh, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell people this for a long time. And I don't actually believe it's a bow anymore. I kept thinking it was a crossbow or something. I was torn. Crossbow or camera thing. I truly believe it's more of a camera thing. But I kept tossing and turning on the two. What do you think, Deb and Adam?
So you think, let me get this straight. Do you think that it's a tripod, a camera tripod?
Okay, let's just take this out of the equation right here. Because this looks like it's a handle that turns around like a freaking meat grinder. Okay, so this kind of overexposed itself or double exposed itself, because this is actually what belongs in front of his mouth. But sometimes when you're dealing with certain things, and like he said in his explanation, you know, sometimes something from another image creeps over, and that's kind of what happened here. Kind of like when I had the mask was creeping up here beside the head because it was coming in. So this right here, so ignore this, people. But right here, you'll see where it's like this. I kept calling it a pulley system because I'll tell you why. And this belongs in front of his mouth, but you see how it cleared it up, and I was like, genius, thank you, dude. But anyways, so let me bring us back into this spotlight for a second, or beside us. Okay, so behind his head here, I always said that there was something there because I could see something peeking up behind his head, and people are like, oh, that's a hood, that's a this. No, it's not. Trust me, after you look at all these pictures, it's, you know, and I was literally getting what looked like a crossbow, and I still could be right, but it was like a pulley system to me because I kept seeing this thing here, right here, right, go almost like it was being like something that's being taking pictures or something, like. And but yet I couldn't figure out what the hell this thing is. But it reminded me of like almost like a piston, when a piston goes up and down, but it's on the back, like it's a pulley system. So I don't know if it was something that they created, you know, or if it was something bought. I'm not really sure. Machete. That's definitely not a machete. It's definitely not a machete. If you're talking, hi Sandra. Definitely. If you're talking about behind his back, that's not a machete. What's sad to realize is that even the cheapest phones must have much higher camera resolution than the public is aware, where the dummy users and use these cams weren't built for our use. Sorry, needed that. It looks like a bow, but I don't think it is a bow. I kept thinking it was a bow because my first picture that I ever had, Jenga, acted like it was a bow. Like it gave the impression of a bow. And then I saw it from a different angle and I'm like, but that's not a bow. It doesn't look like a bow. It looks like, okay, I don't even know how to explain this. You guys know when you have like, what are those things called? Like a thermos mug? And it reminded me of the cap of a thermos mug shape. And I'm like, but that's not a bow. And I'm looking around for bows and different shit and whatever. And who knows? All I'm saying is that there was always something behind his head that wasn't a hoodie. And the NSA has every image that camera ever took in a file at high resolution. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And so let me show you guys. So let me show you something now. Okay. And this is where I want people, again, just to, you know, use your common sense and just look at what I'm about to show you for the pictures. Okay. Okay. So we're going to look at, okay. Let's look at this one first. And dupe and share. I need two computers. I do have two monitors. I really should.
While you're doing that, I just want to read that Tracy said she feels like Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. Right? Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so I want to show this picture here. Okay. This is the BG, and this is off of what I just showed you. Okay, this guy did an amazing job. I really wish I would have seen this a lot sooner, because I don't know, just whatever. So this is to me like one of the best pictures that I could get off of the video that he showed. Ignore the fact again that this is here, because this really should be down here in front of his mouth, but that doesn't stop it from, right? You guys can see up here, something obviously came above his head. You can see it when he's walking, right? Like, I don't know if he had some sort of mechanical thing that raised as he was walking to get the pictures, or movie, whatever he, like, this is where the snuff film part comes in, guys. And this is why Ali and that we're looking for whoever purchased like videos and whatever and stuff like that, video cameras. But let's just use our brain smarts here. All we need to do is a couple of things. But in this particular photo, does the bridge guy's chin remotely look that size? Does it look like Tony's chin? Absolutely not. The bridge guy has always had a small indented chin, you know, like the kind with the push button to it. Okay, he's always had that. But anyway, just we can see the formation of the face. Okay, but the chin alone tells you that it's not Tony or it's not Keegan that's the bridge guy. Does anyone else make this out and can tell? Because this is the bridge guy in the middle. I mean, the eyes alone, Tony and his dad have very slanted eyes coming downwards. The bridge guy does not. You know, I'm just curious what people, I'm going to show you a different picture in a minute. Yeah, exactly, Jenga. Less crazy. He's like, dear, oh, good. I know. You know, it's so funny. That's how I was feeling. Like, people are trying to make me seem like I'm this idiot, that I'm this moron, whatever, that I don't know shit and stuff like that, you know, without even like looking at my stuff or anything. They're just judging me. I don't know if it's because the males get their egos all bent out of shape, some of them in the true crime community. And it's just like, it was never about that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm asking, there's 89 people watching, actually 90. So how many people can understand that by looking at the BG, which I'm putting in front of you, that Tony nor Keegan Klein have the chin. They do not have the jawline or the chin of the BG. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to keep you with that one for a moment. And you guys feel free to take your own picture of this, right? Like, feel free to sit there with your own camera and take a picture and go look at it yourself, right? Or come back to this video and watch it later and do this yourself. I use my Me program, okay? It's called Me. I do that on my iPad. And then I just use a box of 9 for doing that one in particular. Okay. So what did you guys think of that, Deb and Adam, before I move on?
I've never saw either of the Kleins as BG, but I'm not saying they're not involved. I think it'd be, I mean, clearly Keegan at least knows who he is.
Yes, Keegan, definitely. I don't even know that I believe how much his dad's involved, to be honest. That's a whole different story in itself. I know that Keegan Klein knows who did it. I know that Keegan Klein knows who paid him out to use the Dropbox to get the girls lured there. I know that Keegan Klein knows that for sure. I know that there was probably, like everything was planned. It was planned. Even if it was from supposedly when Ron Logan was broken into a couple months prior to the murders, and perhaps stole his clothes, right? Like, who knows? At the end of the day, I know who the BG is, and the storyline is still unfolding. They have a long pointed chin. Yeah, the Kleins aren't. But so now let me show you another picture. Okay, guys. Now, I want to make this very loud and clear. And I've said this from the start. Just because I say Keegan Dunker is the bridge guy does not mean that he killed those girls. If Ali wants to think so, then that's up to them. Because I don't think Ali knew the full story at the time either, regardless. But at the end of the day, this is about who was on the bridge that day. So I'm just asking people that are maybe understanding this now that weren't before. Please do not go attacking him or his family or other people. Please let the process happen the way it's supposed to properly. I mean, I've been calling him out because he's the one I found and was like, here, you guys, come on, like to the Ali and whoever. whether or not, regardless if they knew or not, it was wanting to have justice for Abby and Libby on there. But I've never stated that he was the killer of the two girls, and I'm not going to start stating that. I'm just stating that he was the person on the bridge that day. The FBI can take care of business for the rest of the story, how that part unfolds, okay? And so I just want to be very clear on that. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sitting here trying to ruin somebody's life on purpose or anything like that. I'm trying to bring justice for Abby and Libby because I know who was on the bridge that day, even if other people don't want to believe it or not. Okay, so I'm going to show this one. 1 second. Get you off. Hit share. Whoops. I hate it when I do that. Okay. Oh my God. When I pop open a window and then the whole thing takes up the whole window on me. Is what happens. I keep opening it, and then it pops up open, and I have to make it smaller again. So let's just go back to this one now. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So in front of us, yeah, we have BG, Keegan Klein, Anthony Klein, or Tony Klein, I should say. Jerry, Tony, Anthony Klein. But anyways, I shouldn't even say names. Okay, KK, Katie, or I should say BG, TK, Katie. Okay, so this is what I'm showing you. And Garrett Kurtz. I put Garrett Kurtz in the mix of this because I've never said that Garrett Kurtz was the BG, but a lot of people keep thinking that he is. And you know what? And it's only because he's a big part of this all. Okay? People are sadly mistaken if they think he is not, because he is.
And he dresses like a middle-aged man.
Hey?
And he dresses like a middle-aged man.
Yeah. You know, it was really hard to find a picture of him without, he has a constant smirk, a side smirk, Garrett Kurtz. Yeah. Every picture I'm looking at, this guy has this side ass smirk. Okay. But okay, so now I put this in place just for you guys to look at. So look at this chin and look at Katie's chin. Okay. Okay. Well, like, I know that the nose isn't coming out in this, as well as, actually this one's more stretched. I accidentally stretched this one, it looks like. Or no, what happens is sometimes when I save it, it will stretch out a photo. Anyways, the eyes are upturned. Okay, upturned. Anyways, remember the smoke in the mouth too. But see the chin difference? See the little bitty chin difference? Little dimple chin, little dimple chin, little dimple chin. Okay, and then there's Garrett Kurtz. Again, his chin is bigger than the BG's chin. He doesn't have that same small little bitty chin. He has, like, you know, a horse's chin or whatever the hell he has going on there, you know. And like these two look so much alike. It's crazy, isn't it? Less the bad teeth. Just close his mouth there. And there's this one picture that he has where he's like, you know, acting like he's, I think he has this post, Tony Klein, where it's like Ralph Lauren, Calvin Klein, you know, blah, 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 in my closet. What's in yours? You know, or there's that picture of Keegan where he's showing himself on the plane and he takes out his little food tray and he's like, said something like, and what am I supposed to do with this? Oh my God, is that a Rolex you're wearing? As you're taking that picture of the little, you know what I mean? And then isn't it Keegan that said something about, like, he's not that type of person to take pictures with money and stuff like that? Like, I just remember him making a comment, something like that, in the transcript. And I'm like, dude, you got money and pot in a bag, and you got pictures like that on your Facebook, liar. But anyway,
I mean, clearly these guys these guys have a very different opinion of themselves than reality.
Yeah.
You can judge that just by Tony Klein's Facebook post during the time that Keegan was lying about being in Vegas. He was so proud of his son and all of these incredible things, and like high roller, and
I know.
The truth is not that at all. When he was even there.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, let's see. Hi, who's there? Oh, hi, Randy. Hi, Sharon. Anybody else come in there?
Yeah. Hi, Randy.
Narcissistic behavior. Yeah. Well, it is narcissistic behavior. Definitely. It's just that narcissists kind of evolved to me in a couple of ways. Either, usually they're big dudes, like Keegan Klein is a perfect example of that person that has such insecurities and issues that he's portrayed this image of himself, even his dad has too, but his dad comes off more as the cocky, arrogant, like everybody wants some of this. Like, come and get it, ladies. You know, I was listening to the Murder Sheets on one of the podcasts where he literally was calling this lady up, one of his charges, where he's literally like making moaning and groaning sounds,
Right.
Basically like masturbating to her voice type of thing.
Yeah.
He did it like a couple of times, you know, and then she was like saying like, "Is this Tony?" And it was like, "Yeah." Yeah.
No, I think Tony is definitely a pedophile at least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Same. At the very least. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope people can maybe see a little bit now that the Chevy emblem on. Well, that's because when you take a picture, yeah. Right? When you take a picture, it kind of reverses itself.
Oh, I think there was a picture making the rounds today on Reddit that's a Chrysler jacket now. We've gone from Subaru to Chrysler. I didn't look at the post. I didn't open it, but I saw that.
The Chevy no, the Chevy emblem actually isn't backwards.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about on the jacket. I apologize.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that.
On his hat.
It actually isn't it's only because this one was brought into AI just to clear up this picture a little bit because it gave it a little bit of a distortion to it. So that's probably what you're seeing is the distortion of the AI program. The real one is just more blurrier. And so this is where for personal use for people to use the AI program just to bring something back into a clearer focus, I guess I want to say. But anyways, does it make sense? I mean, let me just put it this way. I'm not here to beg or plead. People can believe whatever they want. I'm just here to show, and either you can, understand that the chin. I'm so glad that video, I found it because I just like how it, like this right here, again, popped up and it was right here, but that was blocking out his thing, but it transitioned into a different part of the thing. So I'm like, sweet. I mean, if anyone can actually see, again, like this is still distorted, but it's like a damn good version. It's probably one of the best ones that I've seen. But okay.
And for anyone that asked, Mama is on vacation. She left today for vacation.
Oh, she's headed your way, right?
I believe so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mama's on vacation?
Yeah. I think they left for spring break today. So I would assume that's why she's not on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ellie does give, happy vacation, Mama. If you're listening to us.
Have fun, Mama.
Yeah. So because he is a POI natural, others think he is the killer. I have always felt that BG was the person that lured. That's how I have a hard time letting go of that still, that the BG was the lure. He was the person that was pushing towards the other people, that was luring them. I'm just going to always stay with that one until I'm told different. Okay, Judy. So the cigarette is actually on his left side of his face. No, the cigarette's on. I always get this confused. It's on his right side of his face. Left side looking at the video or the thing, but right side.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think about that.
Yeah. Because he's sitting in that truck.
Mine would be on my right side too, because he's left-handed. Because he's left-handed. And mine would be on my right side too. Same thing. Whereas Garrett's is on his other side because Garrett's right-handed.
Well, he was also in the passenger seat of the truck, which he could have had it on the right side because of the window.
Yeah, but I've also seen a video where he's left-handed. So yes, true, but usually just by human nature, we still smoke our cigarette and stuff, in the proper manners still. So I'm just thinking about myself because I am left-handed, and I know Keegan's left-handed. From everything I've seen, he's left-handed. even though I know with us left-handed people, are you left-handed?
I know
Adam?
I'm right-handed.
Okay. Left-handed people tend to do things two different ways.
Right.
Like some people, left-handed people wear their watch on their left hand. I'll wear mine on my right hand.
Okay.
But so it took me a while to figure out if he was left-handed or right-handed. But then I was watching one of his videos where he was turning something, and I know he couldn't have done it the other way because it would have been too awkward, because you always will use your true hand to kind of start off, whether it's
Right.
in. But the thing was, when he was wrestling with that guy, he wasn't really showing which hand. He was kind of using them both at the same time. So I had to go to a different one to see which or what he was. Anyways, Adam or Deb, can you just read a few of the comments while I just be right back? I just want to go get another drink here. Just thirsty. Can you just read any comments or answer people's questions?
Yeah.
For a minute? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. I just looked at a picture of my son because he's left-handed, and he has his watch on his right hand too. So
okay.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right-handed and I wear mine on my left, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So let's see. Let's start with Anna. She says law enforcement also said that everyone assumes the voice of the audio is BG, but that may not be so. Many things indicate law enforcement suspects more than one person.
Right.
I agree, they suspect more than one person.
Right. I was curious why more people didn't pick up on that when Doug Carter said that. I think it was to News Nation. Back in February, I believe, or January.
Yeah.
And he said, I think it was along the lines of, you're going off the assumption that voice is, together and that it's by the BG. And he said that might not be the case. Yeah. Something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing.
Right. One of the things I was thinking about, and we were talking about this earlier, is that why all these people would have come together. And I think that it was maybe a couple of things. Maybe there was a group of people that wanted Ron Logan's property. We've talked about that. And then you have the judge who, probably was taking some payoffs to let people go. And so he probably had a slew of people that he'd let off for payoff that owed him. A lot of druggies, a lot of people like that, like Kurtz and, his whole crew, Ashley Garth, all of them, Palladino possibly. And so maybe when the powers that be, McCain, whoever is involved in the wanting the property, talked with the judge and said, who do you have that can do this situation? And he's thinking, well, Derek snitched on these people, so let me see if we can get them. They would have a vested interest in doing something. Maybe it kind of all fell together like that. Like, we need somebody to do this. The judge knows people who do this, and those people just happen to have a vendetta against someone. So
right.
That's whose child ended up, in this situation. I don't know. I was trying to connect the dots and why all these people would come together, if they are, all involved.
Jinga said, I don't recall Ellie ever saying that the audio might not be BG. Carter clarified the voices are from the same person and from the man on the bridge in the video. And I could be wrong. I'll see if I can find the video because it was just a short interview. And like I said, I was paraphrasing to begin with. So he may have said something along the lines of, you're assuming it's one person saying it or something like that. But let me see if I can find the video when Tony comes back, and maybe she'll play it. Because if I'm wrong, I apologize.
Yeah. Peace says, just like Florida, though they arrest 120 people for prostitution and pedo ring, and some went from Indiana and Texas just to meet up. Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, and that raid that they did was it somewhere in Florida,
Disney,
right? Or the judge?
Yeah, it was the judge and a bunch of Disney workers.
Right.
Let's see. Anna says, I made the point a while back that BG might be left-handed because he looks like his watch is on the right. A number of people replied and said they wear their watch on a dominant hand. I do also, maybe unimportant. Right, but like here's Sunny, who's a lefty. She wears it on her right. I just looked at a picture of my son. He has his on his right. So I think it just depends.
Right.
Yeah. John Smith says, funny, I always wanted to put my watch on the right hand, but put it on my left because I always thought that was where it was supposed to be. Anna says the clip about BG maybe not being the voice on audio was not Carter. The video was presented on YouTube channel, The Clutch. Yeah. I'm not going there.
I'm sorry, what happened? What did you say?
She's saying that idea was presented on Clutch's channel. Yeah, I don't know. He talks about a lot of theories, but I don't really see much coming.
Oh, I've never seen that channel.
Yeah. I noticed too, anytime that I've posted on there and asked him a question or pointed something out that was incorrect, he deletes my comments.
Oh.
He doesn't want anyone disagreeing with him, I guess.
Yeah, I personally have never bought in. I've never thought the land thing was the motive myself, but I'm referring to, I think Christy said it in the chat. But again, we don't really know. So.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's the total thing, but I was trying to put together why and how it would all fit together. If all those people that seem to be involved, they all would have gotten something out of it.
Right.
And maybe that's how they came together. Maybe not.
Right.
It's all speculation at this point.
To me, the most logical explanation that would connect is drugs and child porn, and most likely the drugs being the connection. But
yeah, absolutely.
But again, we won't know until they prosecuted someone.
Yeah. Did you say Christy put that in the chat? Oh, Christy. Okay.
Yeah, I think Christy is the one that said she didn't buy the land deal or something. I was looking.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to see I don't know if you were listening, Sunny, but I'm going to look and see if I can find this News Nation clip really quick with Doug Carter clarifying what he said about BG.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Keith believes that Ron's land was one of the motives. That's what I was saying, that it's possible. I was trying to tie all of that together and just say, how would all of that work together if it did work together? Whether it did or not, I don't know.
I'm still not buying the whole land thing at all myself.
I'm not saying I do either. I was just trying to say, could it have been? And if it tied together, how would that work?
Right. I mean, it's possible, but I just feel like it's one of those, then you'd be sitting there going, okay, well, Judge Fouts did it for this reason, perhaps. I'm just not fun. I'm just not going along that path whatsoever. Meaning, if it ever turns out that it was, then so be it. But to me, this is, for the most part, to do definitely with drugs and pedos, and the murders the murders is for revenge.
Why do you think they ended up on Ron Logan's property?
Why?
Yeah.
Because let's see here. So I'm thinking that if Ron Logan's land, somebody broke into it a few months ago prior to the murders, and then didn't we hear that Garrett Kurtz was that Ron Logan turned him in for selling weapons or something? But I don't know how true that part is, because I would have to see it myself.
I heard a long time ago that Ron suspected he had stolen a gun from him, but I don't know if that's true.
I would say that the burglary that happened before Ron Logan, before the murders, perhaps clothing was stolen from him, that this was pre-planned, that this was all set up months in advance. Right. That obviously that they knew Ron Logan's land, whether it was that they were trying to frame Ron Logan and possibly for the land. Who knows, maybe that part plays into it at some point. Regardless, Garrett Garrett Kurtz worked on that land. He knew the lay of the land. Keegan Dunker, obviously, is Garrett Kurtz's good friend, along with Austin Popejoy. And we know that Keegan Klein shared a post of Austin Popejoy's. I know that Keegan Dunker knows Austin Popejoy, at least through the fact that he had said happy birthday to him. It would be hard to think that those two didn't know each other, but who knows for sure. Right. I did a lot of searching yesterday with connections. And, oh, hey, Sleuth, how are you?
Hey, Sleuth.
And so I did a lot of digging through connections. And although, there's certain names that keep coming up time and time again. The Cottrell name is a huge name that constantly comes up with, no matter who you look at, that name is there. Another name that always keeps coming up is the last name McKinney. That name is everywhere. Babcock. So let's take for instance Daniel Pearson. Okay,
that's another name. There's a lot of Pearsons.
Right. So Daniel Pearson. When you look up Daniel Pearson, the name that will attach to his family is Babcock. Okay.
Yeah.
When you look up Babcock, that name will attach to Garth. Okay, it will attach to the last name Clausen, which will attach to Garth. Now, Becky and Anna Williams are both on Peggy Garth's Facebook. They're Facebook friends. Anna, Garth, and Peggy, not too long ago, had a picture. They were like at a bar or something, and one of them was taking a picture. So meaning these people are all frickin' ass related to each other in some which way, shape, or form. Babcock, whenever I hear that name, I think nothing good about it at all. Right. Cottrell, when I hear that name, now Sheena Cottrell, if anyone remembers from Open Secrets, that what's his name? Garrett Kurtz said that Ashley was talking about the video of the murders that were on tape, and that Ashley was talking with Sheena Cottrell, which is Sheena Dillon as well. However you say it, Dillion. I think someone said it, or Dillon. But anyways, and Nick Edwards. Now, if you go to Chase Ingalls, and I believe that he was just released, someone said, from jail yesterday. Chase Ingalls is Cheyenne Ingalls' ex, I believe it was. But anyways, if you go to his Facebook, you'll find a plethora of all these same names.
What
all
did
these
you say,
names.
Cheyenne?
Cheyenne.
Okay.
Cheyenne Ingalls, Holoquin, whatever her last name is. So you'll see, like on his Facebook, for instance, a huge amount of these same people. It's just crazy. They just all, and then on top of that, you will find Greeno's name attached. Yeah. So like I was on, I'd have to look at it again. I was on someone's, I'd have to go back and look. You guys, I took literally probably about 100 freaking screenshots yesterday. But there's this guy named Anthony Greeno. That's not actually Anthony Greeno. It is, but it's a different Anthony Greeno. But yet it's a relation to Anthony Greeno. You will find Anthony Greeno's name on Tina Rodell's Facebook page. You will find him everywhere. So if people want to say that he was part or knows about it, I would say that they were probably on a good path of telling the truth, to be honest with you, because he's involved. And the name Harmon, is all attached around there, especially that one lady, Janetta or something. But either or. So when I go to even say KD's ex, the mother of his child's name, Facebook or whatever, you will see always the name Cottrell everywhere. And you will see a lot of the similarities of the same names on everybody. They all connect. But I can tell you this much, or at least I figure I can tell you this much. Nicole Bowen was killed because she knew too much. It wasn't for the reason that Garrett Kurtz tried to say it was. If you look at the people's names, the Bowen, that Bowen name, Robert Bowen, and the other Bowens, they'll attach down from friend 1, friend 2, like they'll attach all the way down. So this is just a whole circle of people that actually, in a sense, know each other. And like I said, so there's certain names that definitely stand out because, like,
well, I found a connection to friend 2 in the sleepover house as well.
Yes.
Remember the sleepover
exactly.
family? Yeah.
Right. Right. The friend 2 attaches to the family that the sleepover was at that night. Yeah.
Yep.
And so it's just like I said, this is just one big ass ring of different shit going on. But the whole thing to me still stinks of because of the arrest of friend number 2 and what, that this becomes, you know what? We're going to use the Dropbox to lure Abby there. This was like a revenge to me still, regardless. I'm sorry, guys. This is a revenge to me still, what I see it as on Derek German. That this was basically, we're going to lure the daughter there, and we're going to basically make him pay back for turning informant, because he was supposed to have turned, like he was supposed to be a witness for a big drug dealer. Who knows who that big drug dealer was? I do not know. I'm just saying, I can't sit here and say I'm 100% positive on this storyline. I know who the BG is. And when you look at what I see with the BG is that there's other people attached to Frankfurt that as well, their names like remember the guy that the dad, I'm not going to say his name, but you know the guy's dad that pretended he was being a freaking cop?
ST.
No.
ST.
No,
Yeah.
the one that pretended he was a cop.
No, RN. RN is the son.
Yeah.
And
K. I thought you were saying something else.
Sorry.
KN is the
no,
yeah.
let me say that right.
Yeah.
KN
yes.
is the father that pretended he was a cop. And now they have it on Intellius as February 14th. But let me just put it this way. I just feel like KD was the person that was like, this is what we need you to do. This is what you're going to get out of it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So Sleuth saying the name. Yeah. Okay. There. Yes.
It's out there.
It's out there.
Right.
So yes.
Too many initials.
Well, let's just get it right then. Ryan Naher is the son. Keith Naher is the one that was pretending to be the cop. The big drug dealer is dead now. No, not that I know of. No. Was he killed yesterday?
Nope. I have a question. Well, first of all, I did find that that interview with Carter really quick, and I can put you at the mark to play. But really quick, I was watching a YouTube channel today that I'd never watched before, and they were playing some of the transcripts, and they had the murder sheet stamped behind it, but one of the names was unredacted on the screen. And it looked like it was on the transcript. Has anyone else come across? Because then when I looked at the copy I have, it's redacted on my copy. So I thought it was odd that their copy that they showed on the screen was redacted, other than one name in one point.
Oh, okay. They maybe it was their own, because I was watching somebody's YouTube channel the other day, and the person, I'm not gonna say who it is, but the person was like, "Oh, I better make sure I pull up the right copy," which meant, yeah. Which meant that he had a copy of.
But that's responsible, and I feel like that's being responsible. So
yeah. But just that.
But I sent that to a messenger. I sent the video
a messenger. Okay. Let me take a look. Okay, as I'm pulling it up, just see if there's any comments that you want to answer.
Yeah. The reference.
Oh, that you did. Okay, thank you, Sleuth. They updated it at one point.
Okay. The reference to the person made to the big drug dealer being dead, there are a lot of people that are thinking it's Ron Logan, but it's not.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Isn't that coming from isn't that coming from a KB person? Isn't that where that's coming from?
I'm not sure. There's several different people.
Either way, Ron Logan wasn't the big gun. Drug dealer in my eyes.
Right.
No. He was probably getting paid, if anything.
Yeah.
Ron Logan liked a nice drink or two every once in a while. But...
Yeah.
Well, I think that they thought that because he had anhydrous on his farm, but anhydrous is actually used in farming.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but that's why they were probably robbing him, right? Because
right.
because they wanted that shit. Okay. Let me just go look in our Facebook group here.
And if you, and what she's going to play is I had said something about, someone had said something about the voice that on the bridge, and I was referencing something Doug Carter had said, and then Jenga said that he thought that said something else. So I just thought we'd pull up the video.
Okay, well, we can play that now.
And if you don't want to play the whole thing, it's the 3 minute and 25 minute mark is where I would start it. If you just want that part.
Well, I don't know.
It's up to you. I didn't want to,
Yeah. Let's play the whole thing. Play it through. I guess.
The 3 minute and 25-second mark is where they start talking about the voice.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let me just mute myself. My bad. So sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Too many tabs open as usual. Shit. What do I do with it? 1 second. I got too many tabs open.
Welcome back to a special.
Okay, let's try that again.
Special edition of News Nation Prime, the Delphi murders. This investigation into the deaths of Abby Williams and Libby German has gone unsolved for 5 years now. All this time trying to figure out what exactly happened on the bridge that day in Delphi and why. For the top investigator, Indiana State Police Superintendent Doug Carter, it is the case he thinks about constantly. And in his extensive one-on-one sit-down with investigative correspondent Rich McHugh, it is clear he believes they are closer now than ever.
Superintendent, thank you for doing this. We're on 5 years now. What does this case mean to you?
I think it's the totality of evil in my career. There's not many waking minutes that I'm not thinking about those two little girls.
It was on this trail 5 years ago that Abby and Libby set off on. It connects just up the way to the Monon High Bridge and the area where the next day their bodies were discovered. That was Valentine's Day 2017. It set off a massive police investigation, and it has become one of Indiana's most notorious unsolved murder cases. What is the focus of your investigation right now, and what is the evidence telling you?
Well, I'm not going to talk about the evidence. There's been a tremendous amount of speculation, Rich, about what we know and what we don't know. But I'm pretty confident in the place where we are right now. Eventually, the world's going to know what we do. I still get between probably 25 and 40 direct tips a week right here, literally from around the world.
You say eventually the world is going to know. Does that mean you are close?
I think we're closer every day. We're closer every single day. The tips keep coming. And once that comes in, and once that completes itself, then we're going to have to assign another 60 or 80 detectives to this and go back through every single lead that we've ever gotten. I'm confident that there'll be a successful conclusion for Abby and Libby, for Mike and Becky and Anna, and for that community. I'm confident that there will.
Do you have a person or persons of interest, or do you have a suspect?
I'm confident that this will come to a conclusion eventually. We believe you are hiding in plain sight. We likely have interviewed you or someone close to you.
In the past, you've said we have likely interviewed the killer. Do you still think that?
We're not going to singularly identify anyone right now, at least publicly. The detectives that have been assigned this, task forces have been assigned this, have talked to hundreds, if not thousands of people. And again, one day we'll be able to tell you why we did that and who did it.
Soon after the murders of Abby and Libby, police released audio and a short video taken by Libby on the bridge, asking for the public's help in identifying this man. How important a piece of this puzzle is that video that Libby pulled out her phone and started recording? I mean, the wherewithal she must have had in that moment to do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that specifically, but what I will say about it is it adds, again, a little bit of weight to a very complicated murder investigation. So I'd much rather have it than not, I think, is how I'd respond to that.
The audio that you released, It says guys down the hill. Does guys and down the hill come right next to each other in the original recording?
Again, there's speculation about what that means, what was actually said, who said it, was it connected, was it the same voice? And again, that's an investigative component of this, and I'm not worthy to discuss it.
I've spoken to some people who were involved in the investigation early on, and they say that there's more. There's more video, there's more sound. Why not release more of that?
It's important that we don't show our hand, quite frankly. We're not going to explain what we know about the killer. We're not going to explain some of the intricate details of the death of Abby and Libby. Unfortunately, one day we're going to have to, and that's going to create a whole other issue with family and friends and the community and the like. So from an investigative standpoint, I'm not going to talk any more about it.
The crime scene, the area where their bodies were found, is very hard to reach. And the speculation is that this is a person that was very familiar with the terrain. Can you speak to that at all?
One thing I'd say is any place in the country that's rural, there's multiple points of access, generally speaking. So again, there's a lot of speculation as to why they might have been there, but I'm not going to talk about it right now.
Early on, you released a sketch, and later you released a different sketch. Why have the sketches changed so dramatically?
Unfortunately, we're not in a position where we can tell everybody why we switch gears. And that's where the speculation begins, and that's where the animosity comes and the frustration. And I understand it. I do understand it.
In December, police appealed for tips about a person tied to a social media account with the name Anthony Shots. They say the man behind the account, Keegan Klein, was using images of a known male model to catfish young girls into sending nude photos and their home address. He was arrested and charged with child solicitation and pornography in an unrelated case. Did Abby and Libby communicate with this profile?
I'm not going to talk about that, but I am going to say that we learned a tremendous amount through that particular investigative course.
What can you tell me about this man who has been arrested, the creator of this profile, Keegan Klein?
All I can say about Keegan is that entire issue and the entire release has allowed us to glean significant investigative leads.
I've seen in press briefings in the past where you've addressed this person or persons directly. Is there anything that you'd like to say to them?
They're watching. They're watching. And we'll meet them soon. We'll meet them.
And investigative correspondent Rich McHugh joining us live. Rich, you spoke with both Libby and Abby's families. Did they say if they're afraid? Are they fearful with this killer still out there?
For their safety, but they definitely said they are afraid, and there's fear that when this is ultimately solved, they are going to know who this person is. And because it's such a small community, you know, it's just a couple, 3,000 people. There's this fear that they're walking around every day and they're seeing this person, and so that's what's troubling to them.
So hard for that family and anyone who lives in Delphi. After interviewing the superintendent extensively, did you get this sense that they have zeroed in on someone specific?
You know, I've interviewed a lot of law enforcement in my life, and rarely are they this confident. So I did get the sense that he was wanting to almost just say, you know, here's what we know, which tells me, yes, they've either zeroed in on somebody or zeroed in on several people. But I get the sense that they are closing in on this thing.
What about the FBI? Are they still involved?
The sense I get is that they are. They were involved right from the beginning. A detective that was involved at the start tells me that the FBI presence was overwhelming. He's never seen anything like it. And just this week, actually, the FBI put out on their person of the week on their most wanted list this suspect. And so they're making a public appeal. So yes, they are still involved.
It is a puzzling case, Rich. You spent a lot of time in Delphi talking to all of those involved. And the more we learn about the case and think about it, I think that it's natural, human nature, to have a lot of theories. But right now, investigators seem to be remaining pretty tight-lipped on the evidence and what they know. Let's hope that means they're close. Rich McHugh, thank you.
So now, yeah, okay, so I don't know. You guys go on with your thoughts on that one. Just for Smokey DeBear, whatever information you're trying to put out there and actually not put out there, you're really not saying anything. To be honest, you're not pointing anybody out. Regardless, we are just talking about friend number 2. If there's something else to it all, then so be it. But friend number 2 was what we were talking about. And that's who Keegan Klein is talking about. We know for a fact that Keegan Klein is talking about friend number 2, which is KT. So if there's more beyond that, so be it. And saying that that there's a bigger drug dealer that you're pointing somebody out, that's not pointing somebody out. That's just head games to me on there.
Clearly, they need more than one drug dealer in the area.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people doing drugs.
But whatever, that's your information to have, or whatever you want to do with that. Regardless, that's all. All we know is that we're just talking about friend number 1, friend number 2, who the BG is, etc., etc. So it's funny how Carter does make a few mistakes, first of all, and he uses the word them or they at some point in that video, I remember. And he's done that a few times now. And again, it's no different than Keegan Dunker, KD, saying to me in his voice clip, my voice does not sound like their voices. Well, who's their voices?
Yeah, right? And he says, and I don't even know those people.
Yeah, right. So it's like a slip of the tongue that it's so easy to do that, because when you're trying to lie, you're forgetting about certain verbiage that you're using that kind of like what Doug Carter has done. And what Doug Carter did was he totally went off of what he talked about before, where he said that the voice of the BG is that of the and the audio clip are the same person. And in that one, he acts like he's not talking about it, and he's making it seem like, well, people are trying to connect if the voice is that. No, you already said that to us. They already said that. He already said that to us in another interview, that the voice on the bridge is the same as that of the BG. So why he's changing I think he's forgetting what he said, obviously, properly. It's very confusing, but again, those are slip-ups, what I like to call slip-ups anyway.
I personally think that Doug Carter is, I understand that law enforcement can make mistakes, but I think that Doug Carter has an enormous heart for this case and these girls and their families. Yeah. And I don't think that anything that he might do incorrectly is going to affect this case negatively. I think that he would love nothing more than to see justice be brought to these families.
I disagree, Donald Spain. He says, I think Doug Carter has muddied this case. I know
everyone is entitled to their opinion, and
I'm going to disagree.
If they need to be.
Yeah, I just think that no, and I'm going to even disagree there, because I think more YouTubers had muddied the case, but by that same token, it's what's kept the case alive as well. And it's really just for the fact that Doug Carter, his heart is in this with gold. You can tell he wears his heart on his sleeve. I enjoy it when they have little slip-ups myself, because it's kind of when you can go, oh, I caught that one, just like when Katie did it to me. I'm just like, oh, dude, I caught that.
Maybe they're not slip-ups.
All right. Or maybe they're not slip-ups. Who knows? Just kind of like, I remember too, like with the murder sheets, like they gave fair warning that this was going to come out. And, they had ample opportunity to say something back from the prosecutors, et cetera, et cetera. They said that, they never heard back, and they, gave them fair chance. And it's almost like they got the impression like it's not going to affect the case. So go ahead, like let it out type of idea. So yet people are wanting to say, well, if they really wanted to stop it, they would have responded back to them or something if it was so important. So I don't think it was really all that important. I don't know. I just see justice coming soon for the girls, and I see a whole bunch of arrests being made for different reasons, right. But yet all interconnected in some which way. Just like Chadwell is probably connected to the pedo ring that will probably get busted up soon enough. And when they say to, hi Melissa, when they say as well to me too that families are going to be torn apart, or however they worded it, that's going to be a lot of truth to that one. And it's because, like what I said earlier, because Daniel Pearson is related to the Babcocks, is related to, Pat Brown is to the Germans, is Ashley Garth to the, to the Patties. Like everybody kind of falls back, to be honest, to the Patties in a lot of ways. You got people with Anna connections, like they said in the transcripts and stuff like that. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of I think shocked people when the truth really comes out. Anyway, is there any questions or things that you see up there, Adam or Deb, that you guys wanted to answer or anything? Give my mouth a break so I can drink.
Yeah. P said everyone looks at Ellie and forgets one major fact. They are human too. So.
Right. We all are. We all make mistakes, definitely. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, the FBI and that, like I said, they know so much more. They know so much more, but I'm sure a lot of their information has come from sleuths that have submitted things that they would have never have looked at. Remember my friend?
Not sleuth, but sleuths.
Sleuths.
I thought the same thing.
Sorry.
It was like, sleuths? Hold on this.
Yeah, you remember my friend, the ex-cop there, and he was saying too, like I would love somebody like Sonny that would do all the work, and all we had to do is go check it out and stuff like that. And that's like just exactly it. People submit shit, they've done work, and then they look at it and they go, oh, does that look like it falls in line with kind of whatever? And then, then they go check out the rest of it. That's kind of the whole point. It's everyone helping each other at the end of the day. And that's what will have solved this. It's just, whether it's the FBI, ISP, LE, or the sleuths on the internet, it's everybody contributing to doing their part, whether it's keeping the story alive, that's really all it's about.
Right. I'm sure it's a complicated relationship sometimes between law enforcement and like social media or YouTube, but they wouldn't put a tip line out there if they didn't want people to report their tips.
Well, and definitely, things have shifted for sure when it comes to the internet now, right? Whereas before, I mean, I'm sure like they were all reluctant to use, but now, like the internet is a wealth of information. It's crazy. And what is John saying? So many unsolved cases I follow. It seems Ellie is deliberately hindering progress. Sometimes it's so obvious. Don't know. We
don't know what they know, so I mean, we don't know what they know, and we don't know if what they know might not be prosecutable. And so I mean, they have to be very careful because their whole goal is to make an arrest and prosecute that person they arrest.
Right. And I don't think you can make a general statement like that. Maybe, the law enforcement that John has come in contact with have been that way. And there are some that are that way.
And there clearly have been cases that have been, completely messed up from law enforcement. I'm not saying there has not been. I'm just saying, I don't want to, I'd rather be a Monday morning quarterback with that after there's an arrest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Jenga. Again, if it was such a huge deal, I think that they would have gotten back to them rather quickly, to be honest with you. But I'm just going by what they said, about the whole thing. Who knows? All I know is I know that we're happy that we got introduced that transcript because it was a whole lot of, I think it just really opened up a lot of, just a lot more to be told, about the whole thing. And I know Alexa said something like, well, if only they'd give us some more audio or more video. No, they really don't need to. Why don't they need to? Because they already know now. And it's just a matter of having their ducks in a row, right? For like what Adam said, prosecutable, making sure that they have everything set. Remember, Deb, you said something about them scanning Tony Klein's whatever his arrest records or whatever it was.
Right. All of his past arrest. It's as if they're, getting a file together.
Right. Because I just feel like something's around the bend. That's how I feel about it all.
I agree.
Yeah. But what was saying, they need to 100% surely has one chance to prosecute. Is anyone watching the new series the thing about Pam, how bad cops fucked up the evidence, the prosecutor ignoring evidence. Good show. I don't really do anything. I don't really watch any shows myself. I just come home, do Delphi, go to work.
I listen to the podcast, but I'm not watching the show.
Right. That's what I do. I listen to podcasts and I listen to things on YouTube and I text you guys.
Yeah, I can't even go as far as saying that. I'm not the greatest multitasker in the world, and I'll fully admit that. Not anymore. I used to be. Now I just don't care. Arresting a lot on this journey, and they are getting them. Yeah,
they are making arrests. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was still out for spring break when they said that they were going to ask. Well, they had talked to somebody. I don't know, Jenga. I'm not really one to sit here and say whatever, but I just think that if it was truly important, because they had talked to someone and they gave them the information to talk to this. I just think that if it was truly important, that it would have been answered. But I'm not one. I'm not, like I said, I'm not there. I'm not them. Either way.
I thought that those police officers that were interrogating Keegan did an incredible job.
Yeah.
I thought they did a very good job of effortlessly kind of weaving in their own narrative and rattling him. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I just think, again, when it comes to Keegan Klein, I just think that, he's like Garrett Kurtz. He's full of shit and tells the truth when he wants to. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that, like, just kind of like anyone, right? Like Chris Mathis. Am I going to tell you? Am I going to tell you what's going on? No, not with all this stuff, charges. You guys can't do shit. Keegan Klein would be in a whole world of probably dead if he just literally gave up what he knows. I just feel like his life is on the line there by, I'm sure, saying anything. Like, I feel like he's just taken for the team, but that's going to explode in his face at some point, and the truth's going to come out regardless on there.
Well, and if he were to take one for the team and say he did it, then he's not going to last in prison, because child murderers, they do bad things to them, and usually they end up gone,
No, he's probably waiting for some sort of squeak 'em deal to take him and go hide him. And
I saw an interesting comment today in a group where they said, what's Keegan waiting on? And some, is he involved? Is he not? If he was involved, he's not going to rat someone out. But at the same time, he could be realizing he is going to go to prison. And so he's stalling as long as he can to stay in jail before he has to go to prison. Yeah. I guess that's very common.
I'm just going to put that back up there. Yeah. There's, I don't know, for anyone that's coming back in or coming into the live or whatever, again, I'm putting up the picture of, whoops, where did I take us? We went off to the side there. There we are. Okay. There's Keegan Klein, Tony Klein. Keegan Klein, Tony Klein, Keegan Dunker, Garrett Kurtz, the BG is in, obviously, the other pictures there.
Okay, the most messed up Brady Bunch I've ever seen.
I know, right? I'm just trying to see where my darn picture went. Oh, there it is. I'm in my wrong window or something. 1 second. I got too many freaking windows open. That's my problem. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So again, if anyone's coming in, I'm just going to go through this again. Okay. The lips to the chin. Okay. That's nothing like what the BG looks like. Okay. The BG has just more of a smaller chin like this, like it's showing. Garrett Kurtz, he himself, piece of shit, involved in this in some way for sure. Absolutely. Again, lips to chin. Okay, it's like one of these people just is the BG. Which one? Okay, I would kind of think this is the closest little dimple chin. But anyways, okay, so this is KD. This is the one that I've always said never will change my mind. Is the BG, Garrett Kurtz, good buddy. So yeah, again, it just really goes back to, well, if I was to reverse it, like I said, I would go back to the fact that maybe perhaps Palladino, whatever, offered KD, because these people all know each other in some which way, shape, form, and fashion. They all know each other through drugs, you know, for the most part. Obviously, they would know people from school and different things, but there's certain names that no matter how much you try not to see it, they're always there. And they usually have nice big drug charges to go with them. And it's all, most of it's just all to do with meth, to be honest with you. Meth and driving without their licenses and shit like that seems to be the main talk. So if I was to have, I'm going to say my path, and then Adam, you can say whatever your thoughts are, and then Deb, you can too. But mine would simply be that Garrett, Kurtz, Palladino, whichever, both of them have a lot of connections that I'm going to say it was Palladino probably. Well, I don't know. Maybe Kurtz. Maybe Kurtz is the one that knew Klein, and like, you know what I mean? Because of the whole Austin Popejoy thing. Either or, the Dropbox was bought in by them to lure, to use, that it was their way in to get Libby to the bridge that day, right through the Anthony Shots account, and to lure. It was all planned. Whether again it was to deal with a couple months prior to Ron Logan's say property being brought in, because that hat that's on the BG's head is virtually the same identical dent that Ron Logan has in his hats, or at least that hat that Ron Logan has that he was wearing during the interview. But maybe he just naturally has that little dent in his hats. Who knows? Don't know. Maybe Ron Logan was getting a nice little paycheck himself out of this whole thing. I don't really know for sure. I'm just going to say that the Dropbox was used to lure them, that Keegan Klein and his dad didn't have any participation in the murders, that they were just that Keegan Klein was simply there as a person that was that middle person to use, whether it was a snuff film that somebody was offered. And like I said, I remember asking Pendy if Fouts had the murder film, and it said yes to me. So I wouldn't doubt it if it definitely goes that way. You know, something to make money off of for sure. I'm sure for those people in the underground web or whatever you want to call it, the dirt bags. So anyway, that's to me the whole connection there. The rest becomes about being planned, that there was watchers there. I don't believe that if Daniel Pearson or whatever was there, again, connected to Babcock, if they were there, I'm going to consider those people more were watchers. And those are the people that were, you know, if you look at, what's his name? Frank Meister and Marvelous Marv and Randy, their picture of somebody underneath the bridge, that would make sense, to be honest with you. It does actually look like there's somebody underneath the bridge. And so that would fall into play with, you know, the girls crossing the bridge. Then that person, say if they're on the north side, coming up behind, if that was the BG perhaps, or whatever, however it plays into it. I just see this as the BG was the lure pushing to other people, that they weren't necessarily murdered at that moment, that they were probably murdered somewhere else and brought back. And it was all to do with revenge for sure to Derek German. That's how I see this. And what about you guys?
I would have to agree with a lot of things, except that my opinion is that either Klein or his dad were there because he was all concerned and looking up how long DNA lasts. And why would he be concerned about that if his DNA could not have potentially been in the area? So maybe he was the one filming?
Possibly, or possibly he was just checking it out because of the other person involved, just because of his own curiosity. It could be, you know, because I just see, I don't know why, but in my head, I just kind of picture him just, you know, like he's looking up all different things about it because he knows who did it. Right. I just think that kind of like anyone involved, they're like, well, they can't find DNA. And then he's kind of looking for answers. And that's why he's looking up like the John Bonet case and the unsolved stuff. I don't know. Deb, like I said.
Yeah. None of us know, right?
None of us truly know.
Yeah.
Except for the people that were involved.
Yeah, I agree with you in most of what you said, except that that's just a nagging thing in my mind that I still feel like he was there, or he or his dad were there, maybe both. And I can see him. He's such a bragatory person and wanted to be a big wig so badly that I could see him bragging to these people, oh, yeah, I can film the whole thing, blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
You know what?
Possibly.
I guess that would come into play because of what he shows on his Facebook. Like remember when you messaged friend number 1 and then he comes back and says something about photography?
Well, I didn't know at the time that I was messaging friend number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. But remember he came back and said something about photography. So in saying that, you could be right about that. I mean, you could be right. The fact that he played, like, maybe he did do what you're saying. Maybe he was the one that was doing the filming part of it. That would make sense, actually, when you think about it. And maybe that's why he's wondering if his DNA. Yeah, that would make sense when I think about it, Deb, considering what he does.
And the snuff film would make enough money.
Like there was something in it for him.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like there was something in it for him. There was something in it for, of course, for the revenge on, say, to me, Derek. So yeah, that would actually make sense. That because he would be the one that would be able to produce a good video in a sense, right?
Yeah, because he has done videos of his music, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Because perhaps Cheyenne was truly not as innocent as she is trying to seem, perhaps. I think that they're a bunch of liars is what I think is going on there. Because it just seems really suspicious about, you know what I mean? Usually after all this time, there's some more slip-ups or whatever, but it just seems like a lot of bullshitting from Anthony Greeno to possibly Cheyenne, who knows? Because you got Tina Rodell talking about her daughter, Megan, and initiation and stabbing someone and coming home with earrings and the Kokomo crew. And you got Tina also talking about how signatures were left from each of the groups or whatever, or the certain gangs that are involved in it. Because, I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I just know where the story starts with the BG. And anything that I can possibly do myself is about connecting what I see. What I seen was a mask on KD's Facebook. And you can go to his Facebook. He has 3 of them. He has videos that you can listen to. But compare the voices all you want. You're going to walk away going, oh, it doesn't sound like him. It doesn't sound, like everyone. Or everyone thinks it sounds like everyone. So I find that just pointless, to be honest. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like I start with the BG. Okay, what would make sense to this? Oh, look at that, Garrett Kurtz. Oh, look at that, Ron Logan. Oh, look at that, Chris Mathis, Open Secrets, Garrett Kurtz, Sheena Dillon, Nick Edwards, on and on. Like that stuff that I'm just not making up and tossing it in there. That shit that they're saying, less the cryptic note, okay? That's not even involving any cryptic note, because the cryptic note could mean different things, to be honest with you. But that's irregardless. What's being said is by the meth heads themselves. People are like, no, we're just gonna fit Daniel Pearson here and make it seem like this. And we're gonna put a Subaru jacket out, and we're gonna tell the story like we know. No, it's looking at what's in front of your face. Did Garrett Kurtz know Ron Logan? Were the girls killed on Ron Logan's land? Would it make sense that one of Garrett Kurtz's good friends was asked to participate in helping? Yes, it would. So if I'm saying that Keegan Dunker is the BG, why would that not make sense? Of course it would make sense, because that's his good buddy. If Keegan Klein shares Austin Popjoy's, and that's a good friend of Garrett Kurtz, right? And then you go to Chris Mathis, who's speaking about Garrett Kurtz, and then he's like, look what happened in Delphi. Your brain is connecting that right away because he's thinking about his daughters. And then he's talking about Garrett Kurtz. And he goes, look what happened in Delphi. Garrett Kurtz is implicating Jason Palladino. He's talking about Michaela Babcock. He's talking about Sheena Dillon, Nick Edwards, about the murders of the tape, and on and on and on. That's them talking about it. right? This isn't, like I said, me trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. That's literally what's being said out there. And why people are refusing to understand that is beyond me. It's not like people are going, oh my God, Pat Brown lost keys. He must be the BG because he has no reason, right? And it's such a joke. It's literally a joke. Oh my God, he was in the search party. Oh my God, he lost his keys. Why was it right there? They're taking a small bit of information and then they're just running rampant with, oh, he's this, he's that. Why don't you actually look to the people that are actually talking about the Delphi murders? I don't hear Pat Brown going, well, let me just tell you what I did. First, I murdered the 2 girls. Then I came back home, lit a fire, did it. No. Okay, come on. Becky and that have already said that, and his wife has said that he didn't lose his keys, but everyone refuses to believe that, right? So they want to bring Pat Brown into it. Just ridiculous to me. Just like saying Ron Logan's the BG. BG is ridiculous to me. They told you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think Ron Logan was involved with the murders.
No.
Personally.
No.
I don't.
Right. Well, there's something very fishy about him being off the land at that time. There is something that somebody either got him to leave the property, which sounds more likely that somebody probably got him to leave the property that day. That would sound more than likely, because it is too coincidental to me that the hat has the same ass dent in it like Ron Logan's / he was off the property. We don't know the true answer, but we do know who's speaking about things, right? And it's Garrett Kurtz. And Garrett Kurtz, right? Like I said, Nicole Bowen, she didn't die. She didn't die just because of Ray Hanish or because of the mess stuff. She died because she knew more. She probably knew more about the people involved in the drugs / the Delphi murders. She probably knew a lot more about that, because why? Because if you look at the circle again, Nicole Bowen and the family is all right involved in that too. Like, involved with everyone knowing. That's the shit I'm talking about.
And we know that Garrett Kurtz is capable of murder.
Well, we definitely know he's capable. And to be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if there was somebody before Delphi, or if Delphi was a kickstart of, perhaps him being involved. I can't say what Garrett Kurtz's involvement was, whether he was involved in the actual murders or just part of the planning or blah, blah, blah. He's definitely involved. And when people sit there and say, get over the Garrett Kurtz thing. No, why don't you get a life and start looking at the facts that are out there by what's being said? I'm literally showing people in front of them a picture of the BG. It sure in the heck doesn't look like Tony Klein. It sure in the heck doesn't look like Keegan Klein, sorry. Okay? I mean, just the chins alone, without even going into any other detail, would eliminate them. Besides the eyes, if you want to look at the other ones, the upturn of the eyes.
Right.
But come on, it's not.
It looks more like Tony than Keegan. I'll say that.
Pardon?
I'll give people that it looks more like Tony than it does Keegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yet, like I said, yeah, but the only person in this picture that has a chin and that makes sense, it's Garrett Kurt, right? We're talking about Ron Logan's land. Garrett Kurt, right? Garrett Kurt lies so much too, right? But anyways, this is, like I said, I'm not here to try to convince people. I'm just trying to get people to go, you know what? Stop wasting your time. Listen to the LU when they say that he's like 20, in his 20s to 30s. He was 19, Keegan, at the time. Okay. Right. They were all around that age, like 19 to 20 or early 20s and stuff like that. But no, people are so convinced by a voice that they can't let go of. They're so convinced of this old thing. Well, this guy, and then I'll call him, his last name is Finnegan, because I want to give him credit for this beautiful video. He's in Down the Hill. At least he's in that Facebook group, and he's probably in more, but he's definitely in that one, right? So if you just type in Finnegan, kind of like Casey and Finnegan. So I just want to give him kudos. And anyway, for creating that, I'm just so glad I came across it yesterday. I was like, dude, thank you. Finally, somebody that has experience, that literally knows what they were doing and was able to give, right, such a great image by stabilizing or creating more of the truth of what the BG looks like, just by the nose, because we could all tell that the nose was going this way, and so, just to, like I said, use the technology that's out there today and provide us with this. No, Donald, 18 to 40 was one of the things said. They also have a poster, another
he's
one
agreeing with
out.
you.
Hey,
I think he's agreeing with you. 18 to 40, like
Yeah,
pointing out they were all.
yeah, but there's also another one out there that says 18 to 30 or 20 to 30. Okay, so there's another one by the ISP that says 20 to 30. You can find it on, I think it was, what's that? Truth Tellers. You'll see it. So it's another same one because they've said a couple of different things about it. And the truth is that how old was TK? Well,
I think he was 37 or 38 in 2017. Am I right?
not even sure. It's definitely 40 something.
He's 42 or 43 now, I believe.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Or wait, no. Or was he 42 at the time and now he's 47 or 48?
I honestly, I'd have to pull him back up.
He may have been 42 at the time. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys go ahead.
I know that Keegan's mom was born in 69, so because she's a little older. No, she's 49. So I think Tony Klein is 47, if I remember right.
Yuhio. I already don't like that name by looking at it. What's no way? Yukio. What's no way?
Let me see if the account's new.
Yeah, see if it's from today.
It's not.
Nope. It's an old account.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just has an opinion.
Okay. It's giving me a headache looking at it. 47. Oh, so you saying that the BG is 47, Donald?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you stay on that path.
No, TK. He's talking about TK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna say, I mean, he definitely is in his 40s, probably bearing 50. So yeah, doesn't matter. I mean, like I said, there's pictures right in front of you of the BG, right? Like I said, you just got to look at the chin just to go, yeah, we're wrong. But so many people just hop on a bandwagon and then they just go to town like little ants and whatever. Like I said, each to their own. It will all come to light. And, that's all we really want from anything anyway. Anyway, Deb and Adam, will you guys take over for a minute? I just want to rest my voice.
Right. Jenska made an interesting point in that Ron Logan went to the dump every Saturday or every what day was it? Sunday?
Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
That's right. I'm sorry. He went to the dump the same day every week. And then he went to buy fish. And then he went to Lafayette where his son lives, which is probably who asked him to come have pizza. So I think it's possible that the group just knew his routine.
Right. That sounds about right too.
Yeah.
I just think that they probably went into his house, robbed him a few months prior, took some shit. Like I said, it wouldn't shock me if they were trying to frame him, and maybe for land purposes. Who knows? Again, I'm not going to go that deep into it. I just, it really just becomes about like the one main reason why those girls were killed. And to me, I think that this is absolutely to do with revenge, no matter how you look at it. It just, everything is shown that, that it is, but could be wrong, but not about the BG.
Adam, you want to?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have the chat open. Let me go back to it really quick.
Oh, okay. I can do it. I can just read some questions. Okay. Let's see. Going back, someone asked why Pat Brown parked his car there early in the morning. Was he a lookout? Actually, I don't know why people say that. Pat Brown came over to help look for the girls. He parked his car there. He lives right next to it, so he got there before the police. His wife is Mike Patty's sister, so it makes sense that they would call him to come help. And then the police came after he had already parked there, and they blocked him in. And so rather than have police leave when he went home, he left his vehicle there, and then they called him to come back and move the vehicle the next day. And from what I understand, he was very distraught once they found the girls. I mean, that was would be a niece, right? Would be his niece.
Great niece.
Yeah. So, right. Great niece. So I'm sure he had to leave at some point. But I hear that a lot. People saying he got there early in the morning, parked his truck there early in the morning. But I've never seen any proof of that.
Deb or Adam, can you, because I'll probably get too pissy if I read this myself.
Okay, the Curly J one?
Yes.
Okay. Curly J says, I solved the crime tonight. It's not TK. It's not KK. It's not bikers. It's not Pat Brown. It's not Daniel Pearson. It's been right there in front of us the whole time. I got a recording. The girl's spirits telling me who it is. Now I know who is all involved in backing off the case, but I will tell you all, it's been right in front of us the whole time. Yeah, don't come on and make a comment like that unless you're gonna.
Yeah. Well, we'll save you guys all the suspense that Keegan Dunker is the BG.
Right.
Ooh, the spirits didn't need to tell me that. The photographs tell me that. The markings tell me that. Now I do appreciate Curly and his, because he cares a lot about the case, And I'm sorry, Curly, if you're gonna come back to me and be like, you know what, Sonny, the spirits told me to go back to you to tell you that I was wrong and you were right on this one. I remember when he did that before too. Anyways, he has a lot of heart and passion. Whatever. Each to their own. But if you
okay, Lou Ellen, I have to read her comment. She said, well, thank goodness you solved it. The rest of us can go to bed now.
Okay. Well, I know. And you know what? I know it's not Greeno, right?
Right.
No, it is Keegan, honey. It is Keegan, honey. It is Keegan, honey. There's a difference between saying it's not, and there's a difference between showing 30 pictures to say it is. Oh God, you're gonna make me cry here.
Well, Curly J, say who you think it is then.
No. Yeah.
Why would you not?
Yeah. Okay. Here, okay. So, okay. I don't even know what to say. Okay, don't fuck with my audience, okay? On there. Okay. I guess I've been on the wrong path this whole entire time. Heaven forbid that it should be Garrett Kurt's good friend, Keegan Dunker. Yeah. Oh, I'm sitting here laughing, and I'm sitting here dying laughing. I wasn't even on camera.
I know you left Deb and I for that one.
I'm not going to. Tears were strolling down my face because I know Curly
for their beliefs or their thoughts. So, if that means that Curly can back off the case now, then go for it.
I was going to say
I'm not dissing anyone's thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I think we can go to bed now, though, because it's solved, though, still, regardless. Good night, everyone. Good night, Sue Ellen. Okay. So,
Yukio said that Tony Klein is 53 now. So, thank you, Yukio.
Yeah, he has those grays, yeah?
I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that.
Let's just go into, where's my folder here? Okay, 1 sec. Oh, here it is. Okay. Well, where do I start off at? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Curly, is your POI 510? Jenga, the reason why they backed off to me, the whole hair and all that stuff, is because they don't need it. They don't honestly need it anymore, to be honest with you. You know what? I want to show people this one again. Let's just humor ourselves. And Curly, you probably didn't truly go to bed. It's probably still watching. So hold on. Share, and people can laugh at me if they want. I don't care. But let's just go back to this one again. All right, Keegan, you're not the BG apparently. Heaven forbid that your freaking eye looks the exact same, has the exact same shit as this one. The only thing I regret doing is that I did this one in a fishbowl lens. Whoops. Hey, how did I do that? How did I go from one to the other? Huh. I didn't know I could do that. Huh. Okay. So, anyways, people.
Just trying to see your other pictures down there.
Okay. The rest of them are my nudes. Okay. So I will explain this one again, just for anyone that's curious or not, regardless. So yeah, this one I did in a fishbowl lens, but it still really doesn't take away from, if you look at the slanting of the pupil here, exactly. Now, just try to remember, people, I do work in optometry to go with this. So it's not like I'm talking out of my ass, really. But, so if people want to think so. So anyways, regardless here, it's, if you guys really could see this picture like I do, but you guys don't see it on the web as well. Basically, right, this is your, not the pupil, but the iris. And so it's showing the same thing. But if you could actually come in here, you would see how it kind of looks like it goes down here. Now, this is how crazy this is, because we're talking about, this is the eyelid of the BG, right? This is the eyelid right here that you can focus. You see right up here, like these. This is just showing you actually eyelashes right here. It's actually crazy how you can come in there and see how it's not so pixelated, because it's not. And it's because if you guys do take the video like of diggers, and it's not manipulating anything, it's just like you're taking it at a decent range where it's not, you know, like you'll get a lot of pixelated pictures, don't get me wrong, but then you'll come across those sweet ass ones if you do it the right way. I was using my magnifying glass. You know what I would do sometimes? I would literally hold up my magnifying glass and use my fishbowl program so I could get like this deep magnification going on. And I'd be sitting there. Oh, trust me, I had some long pissed off nights work trying to do that. But anyway, it really just becomes, if you look at the eye, look at the exact kind of placement of this. But right here, you can see where it kind of goes down and then back up and then down. And that same thing is here, right? But again, this is stuff to me that you would really have to be looking at this stuff clearly. Hey, how did I get to the next picture? I just found that cool.
Just try to swipe with your mouse.
No, that's not doing it. I clicked on something. Wait, see all photos. Huh.
That could be dangerous.
Yeah, I know. Watch it. Wait, what the hell is that? I'm just wondering what I did to get there, because that would save me a lot of time. I'm just not the most, you know. Oops, nope, don't want to do that. I just don't know how I got there. See all photos. Oh, hey, there's the jerk off. You know, the guy that was that Fez picture. Okay, anyways. I don't know how I did that. Now I'll have to see what I did next time. So when the two, like I said, I mean, I can sit here and go over this all day, but I want to show this one again, to be honest with you. Where is it? Where did it go? Come on. Picture. Where did you go? This one. Close. This one. Share. Okay. So, remember how I was talking about the mask? Like when you're seeing the mask underneath of his chin, especially for you, Jenga, is that this is showing the thickness, in a sense, of that mask that, you know, like that sits on top of his face in that picture that I showed at the start. So you can see that when someone puts this on this face, it has that that thicker part that I was speaking about before it goes down to the eyes. But anyway, so if we're looking at the BG's chin line, not the things that I circled, you guys can ignore those because you'd have to literally have, extra exceptionary, like freaking Spidey skills or whatever it is, super bionic man eyes or whatever. But anyway, so this is the BG's chin line. And little gruff, his little reddy brown gruff. And this is Keegan's chin line and little gruff. Again, we can see the proximity from the mouth to the chin, from the mouth to the chin area, right? So, I mean, I don't know how many times I can go on about the different things, and I just honestly don't care to. I showed you guys those pictures tonight with the BG, and here I'm gonna pull up that one more time. I think this one right here, just to no. Maybe this one. Okay.
I'll just say, Caitlin, we all did listen. I think, I think people even ask even for, further clarification. So no one is saying that he's incorrect.
Curly is right. You should all just listen. Wait, Caitlyn Jenner, where have I seen that name before? Yeah.
The celebrity?
I'm not here to play other people's storylines. I'm talking about what the stuff that goes on in this channel here.
Right, and Curly didn't say who it was, so I don't think Caitlin can say he's right because unless they've had a private conversation or he's told Caitlin.
Yeah. Well, and at the end of the day, again, I'm not here to play other people's storylines. Okay.
Thank you.
This is us talking about the stuff that we want to talk about on this channel. We're talking about Keegan Klein, Tony Klein, my POI here. If people want to go down different paths, they are more than welcome to. But I'm not here to debate other BGs. Just it's not my storyline. That's what other channels can do on their own storylines. So I'm not going to get into that stuff. And I'm gonna okay, you can have the reward. Okay, Caitlin, you're just gonna get the boot, to be honest with you. Okay, that's just stupid talk right there. Yeah. All right. I'm not into
Curly said, "Thank you. Please be nice to Sunny. She has a big heart."
Yeah, like I said, Curly has his own path. He's a good guy. But I'm not putting up with the stupidity of someone like Caitlyn Jenner, especially the name Caitlyn Jenner, first of all. Like, really, I just feel like I've seen that name before. But,
I keep thinking it was associated with Reed, to be honest.
Yeah, whatever it is. Either way, when somebody even brings up about money and stuff like that, they can kiss my ass. This isn't about reward money to, well, maybe to some people like Greeno. This isn't about reward money. I don't even think about that stuff until some idiot brings it up, to be honest with you, because that's where their mind is at. It's not where my mind's at. I think most, like, who even thinks that they would get the reward money, to be honest with you? Like, do you honestly think so? I don't even think. Who cares?
I would have a hard time keeping it. I would feel like it was, blood money or something. I'd want to give it back.
I don't even think of it that way, to be honest with you. Because the way I think of it is I don't even think of it as blood money. I know some people do and whatever. I think of it as that for people like myself or other people, that regardless, let's just say it was given, like someone like myself, for instance, I would do a whole lot of good with it because that's just the way I'm built.
Yeah, that would be good.
I don't
that
even
would be good.
think about it. So meaning, let me put it this way. Do you think that the reward money that they're honestly going to sit there and go, well, you know what? They didn't want it. Let's just give it back over to the families. That's chances are is not going to happen. They're going to keep it in their own pockets for whatever. So that would be the only reason why I would ever. And if, let's just say it even came down to that, the family would definitely get compensated. I don't even want to say compensated, but But I don't even want to talk about it because it's just, it's ridiculous. I don't, for myself, I don't even think about it. Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, I could care less. Doesn't matter. You know, the gratification would be that justice for Abby and Libby happened. And I don't give a shit what greedy person out there thinks that I'm not being truthful, because that I know is truthful. So there.
I agree.
That Caitlyn Jenner person.
I'll be right back.
That's just stupidity talking. Yeah, no, Mo, Caitlyn got the big chill. Bruce Jenner. Yeah. I could do a lot of good things with that money if I tipped in the BG. I wouldn't feel bad about it. Except, no, I've thought about it, and some people think of it as blood money, and I kind of don't agree with that, to be honest with you, because it's because people are offering reward for information to it, or to help catch the whatever. I just think of it as like, I think of all the good things I could do, helping.
Yeah, and that's great. That's awesome. I never thought about
that's how I think.
Yeah.
I know, like, if I'm that person, like, all my life I've been that person that even when, like, my mom passed away and each of us children got like $100,000, I was doling it out to my husband's family, my son, to people at my work and stuff like that. Like, I didn't care, because I always like to see happiness go out there and stuff like to other people. I enjoy that the most. It's probably why I'll never be rich in my entire life.
Right. We all have a love language, and that's like my main one is gift giving.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely, it's absolutely my favorite thing to do, because there's so many people out there that just something that brightens up their day, or their, I love it when I see some YouTube channels go out and they give like the homeless some money, whatever they do with it, whatever. But, like whether it's to buy them some food or whatever, I just think it's really nice when I see people do that, because, so many people just walk by them, like, "Ew, don't touch me, don't come near me." When really they're human beings too. And so, I've walked by homeless people and be like, I remember specifically in Calgary, I was going out the back alley from the high rise that me and my husband looked after. There was a guy sitting there. I seen him, and he was sitting in like a parking space. And then I came back from the store, and then I gave him $20, and I was like, "Here, dude, there you go." And and just the look on his face, like he was just like, "Thank you," like, because he wasn't even asking for it. He didn't ask me for anything.
You treated him like a human.
Yeah, because they are too. Some people, there's a lot of people that choose to live that lifestyle, and there's some people that don't. But there are some that actually do choose that lifestyle. Just
Sunny,
because.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to read CD's question to you, but I wanted to let you finish first. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. I'm going to have a drink of my. Go ahead.
Sunny, I forgot to ask you, did you know the girl from Open Secrets is in jail? Does anyone know why?
I don't know why. Someone mentioned it on here, but nobody said why. So if anyone knows why and they want to tell me at Delphi, or what is it? DelphiMurders@gmail.com. I'd love to know why she's in jail. Just kind of being nosy, to be honest. Just kind of curious why she ended up in jail. Like what would have happened?
I think that it was the situation that was going on that was causing her emotional turmoil, and that is that she had an accident and killed somebody. So okay. I'm sure that,
that's probably right then. Yeah. Why do I remember hearing about this? Yeah, that would seem about right. Yeah. Wow. To be honest with you. Anyway, go on, Adam.
Oh, I was just reading that question because I knew that we had heard that, but I didn't know the reason.
Oh, okay. Can you go down the list a little bit, Adam, or?
Anna said, I think a person would have had to direct personal knowledge in order to qualify for the reward. Unlike anyone will solve it online. Unlikely. I'm sorry.
Well, you're wrong there, Anna. You know what? I don't honestly know. I'll be curious when the truth comes out if they actually knew they wouldn't have known from the start. They just wouldn't have. They wouldn't have misled us with that wrong picture for 2 years if they knew. Yeah.
I don't like that comment. I'm no offense, John, but I don't think we should comment on people's gender.
Yeah.
But
yeah. That's their business.
Yeah. We're not here to judge.
Adam, I'm judging you right now.
Yeah, you're allowed to judge. You're allowed to judge me, Sonny.
All right, I'm judging you. I'm judging on how well you're going to answer these next questions that are in front of you.
Oh, this one's for Deb, so.
Yeah, it's just CD is saying, wow, was she under the influence? That's wild. I always thought something was going on, especially the video she put her daughter up on. Hopefully she's okay. I don't know what the specifications were and what happened. You know, it could have been just like the girl that, you know, swung by and passed the bus here in Indiana and killed 3 children. I mean, I don't know what exactly happened. I just know that she said that she was involved in an accident that took someone's life, and she was having a lot of issues dealing with that. So pretty sure that's what happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think she did a really good job interviewing Garrett Kurtz.
Oh, absolutely. I'll give her absolute credit for all that. You know what? That was like a gold mine to me. Just to go, you know, it was a gold mine to me because although I had Keegan Dunker from the start, but I came across her right after, and I was just like, whoa, like this makes sense to me. You know, like it's no different. Sorry, I'm drinking so much pop here. I feel like I'm just burping this shit up. But anyway, I'm just like burp, burp. Yeah. Hey, CD. You got time to come on, or if you want to come on with us, feel free. Unless you're looking after the kids, then of course you can. But if you do, feel free. Just let me know and I'll drop the link. Yeah.
Jinga said I never listened to any of those Kurtz interviews. Are they still available online? I know.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yep. Jinga, why didn't you listen to any of them? Actually, was it Jinga that said before? I'm not sure if Jinga's the one that said. Somebody said that they couldn't stand listening to her voice. I was fine with it.
I think they got frustrated because she would get excited and kind of talk over top of Kurt.
I've not listened to all of them, actually. I need to.
I've actually listened to them all myself. And some of them are repetitive, and some of them are pieces and clips out of the other ones. At the end of the day, to me, like I said, it was just a wealth of information. So it was, you know, this reminds me of when the Suzanne Morphew case came out. And I had saw that case about a few weeks after the Delphi. I would say within a month, I want to say. And I just remember gut instinct said, there's something not right. Instantly, the daughters are away, the husband's away. She's home on Mother's Day alone, and she goes missing on a bike ride. Within
like 12 hours.
Yeah, right. It was same shit here. Ron Logan's land, Garrett Kurt worked on it. The girls were found murdered on his land. You know, he goes on to kill, you know, Ray Hanish and Nicole Bowen and Ashley Garth involved too. And, you know, like it just becomes, what are the chances, right? Like, what are the chances that all this falls into exact play? What are the chances that Chris Mathis, a friend of Garrett Kurtz and Keegan Dunker, you know, like, what are the chances that this all just falls into play? That these people, you know, like that these people are talking about the murders. Do you honestly think that Chris Mathis and Garrett Kurtz would be talking about the Delphi murders at all? Like, why would they even open their mouths? Why? Because they're too busy thinking on each other. That's why. You know, and that's exactly what we saw. Because they're all getting pissy at each other because Ashley's throwing Garrett underneath the bus for freaking Nicole Bowen and shit. Ashley's trying to get off on her time, acting like she didn't do as much as Garrett Kurtz and stuff like that. Bullshit, Ashley, a manipulative bitch, right? And then, like I said, Chris Mathis, he's just that guy that knows a whole wind of a lot of stuff, right? And just like Sheena Dillon, like these people know a lot of shit. And so I don't know who's actually spoke behind the scenes and who hasn't or whatever. But the bottom line is that Open Secrets did a hell of a job. And honestly, if it wasn't for that, for me personally, like meaning I would have submitted the shit that I came across, but that was just added value, you know. That was like, here's some icing to the cake by those interviews. And who else better to hear it from than the horse's mouths, not sleuths online trying to make up shit and trying to sell their story, just by someone losing their keys and stuff. Sorry,
Yeah.
but that, I see that as a totally two different things. Like people try to sit there and slap me, you know, like slap me down and say shit like that. Again, I'm not speaking the words out of their mouth. They are speaking the words. I'm just showing it to you guys, you know, and it's everybody's right to decide what they want to believe or not want to believe. I don't care. The truth is going to come out regardless. And I think that we know that it's going to come out anytime soon. But we're not here to really sit here and argue with each other. You know, we're just sit here and, like I said, you know, if I want to talk about something, I can, because I brought up this channel for a reason, right? And it's to bring awareness to it, you know, keep the story alive, but it's to bring justice for Abby and Libby. And I don't really give a shit if anyone believes it or not, like, or believes the storyline or not. I'm not even believing their own storyline. I have no clue if it's the truth or not, right? It's about the BG. But I just think at the end of the day, doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It's just really about justice for Abby and Libby, and all this stupid fighting and bickering and all that shit that I see going on all the time, or people attacking each other. It just seems so stupid. But I'm human too. I get tired of it, right? And that's why I just like when I see stupid names or someone like a Caitlyn Jenner come in here and then, you know, sitting there in caps and then sitting there talking about reward money. That's just stupid. That's just somebody looking to argue, you know, and that's not what we're here for. I don't know what anybody else is saying there. She was playing a role. That's how she truly speaks. I think he's talking about Open Secrets.
Yeah.
You haven't had a positive comment yet. I don't know what they're speaking about. John, are you negative in every comment you make? So, John, do you have the negative? Are you like my twin sister, where everything that kind of comes out of your mouth is more on the glass is half empty instead of half full? Yeah, I think you have a, yeah, I think his face on his picture speaks for itself.
He just made a good comment about us, so he's showing he can make a positive comment.
Yeah, no, John's good. Again, I mean, if everyone was positive and loving, it'd be a boring ass world too, wouldn't it?
Right. You know, I didn't even ask either of you ladies. We haven't really talked about what do you think of the part in the transcripts where Ellie says that we have the Anthony Shots money accounts going to Libby?
Yeah. Okay.
Say that again.
Yeah.
There's the part in the transcripts where Ellie says we have the Anthony Shots money accounts going to Libby. Or I think I'm along those lines.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I do, and I didn't understand it at the time, and I haven't looked back at it, to be honest. Yeah. But I do remember it.
Yeah. What do you think?
That's one part I keep thinking about.
I'm going to have to revisit that. What do you think that means?
That's what I don't know, because to me that would seem like it would be an easier avenue for them to connect to where that money was coming from.
Can you say how you said that again, or does anyone know how that was said?
It was something like, we have the Anthony Shots money accounts going to Libby.
So the accounts that created Anthony Shot money were the ones
the Anthony Shots money accounts.
Right. So what I take that just from what you said is that the accounts that Anthony Shot is making money off of through other pedos looking at it were the ones he was talking with Libby on, or the ones that he had pictures or was communicating with her. That's how I'm taking that statement.
Thank you, CD. So he said he'll see if he can find that page, because I do recall that.
It's like one something. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's calling me right now? The toilet.
Okay. I don't take that as he was. It could be, absolutely, but when I heard you say it, I didn't take it as if
I thought it was strange myself, but I'll be right back. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
The only reason because he says to Libby on it.
Right. He said the accounts were going to the Anthony Shots money account was going to Libby. He didn't say that the money from his account was going to Libby. He said the account was going to Libby. So wouldn't he have said the money from his account was going to Libby if he meant that?
I don't understand. That's my question, is because the way it was worded, it's a bit confusing, and he doesn't elaborate on it. That's the only time I hear about that in the interview. But then Keegan didn't counteract. He didn't come back at him saying that, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I was confused by that part. But
I'm gonna have to listen to it. I would think that
if there is one, if he was sending money to her somehow, they would have been able to connect that pretty easily.
Christy said maybe Anthony Schott sent her money for a burner phone. To me, hang on, scroll up. You guys are talking, so you guys are posting so quickly. Let's see. She says, to me, a money account is one where you send money to someone. I said, no, there is a specific app to send money. Yeah, like Zelle or Facebook, or I don't think you can. Was it an Instagram account? I don't think you can send money.
They were talking on Snapchat.
Can you send money on Snapchat?
No, but he may have,
Yeah.
sent it to another account, so I don't know if Venmo was around then, but like, say, I could go on Snapchat and say to you, because some people charge for their Snapchats.
Uh-huh.
And so, there has to be a way, people are like, oh, just send it on Venmo.
Uh-huh.
Which I don't think, I'm not saying it was Venmo, because I don't think Venmo was a thing really in 2017, but it's page 156, line 12. The wording is the Anthony Shots money account going to her.
Read it again. The Anthony
Shots money account going to her.
What was before that, CD? What did he say before that?
I know that's the part where he's going through we have the this, we have the that, we have the. He's kind of putting the whole stacking up thing.
Okay.
Okay, Venmo and PayPal were around.
Yeah, Venmo, PayPal, Facebook. You can send money through Facebook.
Oh, he says we have the money, the Anthony Shots money account going to her. So yeah, I took that as he was stacking all the evidence.
Huh. Okay, CD. He's stacking evidence for Keegan to digest.
Yeah.
We have the money, the Anthony Shots money account going to her.
To me, which that makes it sound like there's a separate account that he was sending money through.
Yeah, maybe.
To Libby?
That's what Ali said in the transcript.
Was he paying her for pictures?
Or was he just pretending to be a rich teenager that was going to spoil her?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To lure her?
Mm-hmm.
He's a hot young guy, and
Yeah, I go back to.
Here's some of my money.
Yeah, somebody said maybe they were telling her they were going to do a video.
Thanks, CD.
Did he claim to be, like a rock star, rap star, and who did videos? So maybe he was saying, we're going to put you in my next video, and he was sending her some money to make her think that.
The sheriff deputy has the 9-line comment. It wasn't a question to Keegan.
It wasn't?
It wasn't a question.
Yeah, it was a statement.
It was a statement.
Jenska says, I think it's the account that had the money pick as the profile. Oh, they say that to identify which one they're talking about. He stuttered when he said money, then clarifies and says money account. Ah, okay.
So what was this one? The money pick as a profile? Was there a pick as a profile? Money pick?
Yeah. Okay. So that
was
makes
this on Chick or something?
I don't remember that ever being the profile pic. I knew it was one of the pictures that they released was the stack of money, but I don't think that was the profile picture on any of the accounts that I am aware of.
I thought I saw one with the.
I could be wrong. Right.
Like 1 second here.
I was thinking PayPal, just because of, I know, like I had a PayPal account before I was of age.
Yeah,
Laughing at me.
I just keep thinking it's an account. I don't know.
I just wanna. Let me just see here. 1 second.
CD says, nah, it was money being sent. Why would it be a picture?
Yeah, that's what I took it as. I just took it as him proving that he's this rich guy or young guy. Where he got any money to send her, I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure his dad was his only source of bankrolling to begin with.
Well, whoever was asking him to catfish them probably provided the money. Okay, Hunting Evil True Crime, which is what? Mike Phillips, is that right?
I think so.
People need to demand the actual number of lives Gabriel Ellis has taken via overdosed 3 women, 1 man. The last one was the husband and father of Paige Turley, one who picked up Karina McClurkin.
But the other thing is that Michael Phillips is on a Gabe Ellis kick for the bridge guy.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is that as much as Gabe Ellis has probably done a lot of shit and probably has everything to do with Karina's death and stuff like that, and he's just a big hunk of shit, but he's not the bridge guy, you know. So it's like a lot of stuff is that you know is true and is accurate, but it's just that he's not the bridge guy. And I think I've clearly shown who the bridge guy is, what the bridge guy's face looks like. And if you take Gabe Ellis's, who has a very beaten up type of face, you know, very, what do I want to call it?
Is he the old guy?
Yeah, well,
I've not seen anything. I mean, I think I've never seen anything about him.
Well, Gabe Ellis and Tyler French, I only heard about him at some point, but like, for instance, show you a picture of him, share screen, just so people who don't know who Gabe Ellis is, you know, like this dude here. This is going to come in clear if I do this. Okay. So whichever, that's Gabe Ellis. Okay.
11 neck tattoo.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
You know, like, yeah. I mean, this guy, so again, I mean, just like, the guy's face just does not even resemble the bridge guy's face.
God, so much child pornography in that area.
Yeah, he's like a disgusting pig. Like, you want to talk about someone that's in that whole like freaking pedo shit and stuff like that, you know, like there he is for sure. Downloads. Okay. I mean, again, we could sit here and. Oops.
Hunting True Crime says, why I keep bringing him up. He didn't act alone during Karina's nor Delphi, hands down. He is a main key.
You know what? I'm not really sure what part of Delphi he plays a role in. He probably does play some role in there. I wouldn't doubt it for sure. All right, let me ask you, Michael, was Gabe and Palladino friends? Was Gabe Ellis and Palladino like friends? Like at the end of the day, like I said, you know, I'm just like I know you're probably stuck in your own mindset. You know, and I know you know a lot of information, but at the end of the day, you know, I know that I've shown more than enough about who the BG is. And you can just look at the chins right in front of your face there. That, you know, and I could sit here and put Gabe Ellis in here if I wanted to, I guess, you know, to show you as well. And I personally wouldn't be shocked if Gabe Ellis was a participant in Tyler and all that, you know, like that they had their revenge. Because remember, it was what was it? Derek, Tina Rodell's sister is Christy, which I believe is Gabe Ellis's girlfriend, the one that took the rap when Derek finked them out or something like that. And I can't remember if it was that he owed money, that Derek owed money, stole or owed money or something like that. I'm trying to vaguely remember this. Anyways, so it wouldn't shock me if that's why Gabe Ellis is a part of all of this as well, because his girlfriend being Tina Rodell's, and like I said, where's this dinging coming from? Yes, and he was one of the mill suppliers, math-wise, and the 50 feet from where his arrest was, where Derek stole the meth from, but that messed up Tyler Wise. You can't overlook that on the sketch. No, what I can overlook on the sketch is, like I said, right, I'm not here to tell somebody else's story. I've spent like 7 months, like more than 7 months, sitting there looking at this face detail for detail for detail, right? I can overlook Tyler because Tyler doesn't even look like the sketch at all. I don't even use the sketch. Like, I don't even use the sketch. What I use is the BG's face, you know?
Yeah.
Who was she talking about? What's Jenga talking about? Talking about me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I took that as hunting.
For fuck's sake, you engage in a combo that now it won't end. Hang on for the ride. Well, like, honestly, I'm not here to sit there and speak for however somebody else wants me to speak. No, she's being a smart ass on there. Okay? Right. If somebody doesn't want to watch, don't watch.
No, she was talking about you ask him a question and now it's going to go. It's going to be
right. Yeah.
It'll be on a roll.
Yeah. Well, again, you know, I can't. Go ahead, Adam.
Oh, just another. Hunting says, but hands down, the meth has played a major role, and law really needs to look towards, not away. That very issue 3, including Derek, Dale Wood, and Joshua Lank, it's about the Patties don't want seen.
Where was that comment?
The second from the bottom.
Oh, really? But okay, but hands down, the meth has played major role, and law really needs to look towards, not away from 3, the very issue, including Derek, Dale Wood, and Joshua Lank. seen that name, Lank. Lank is part of somebody's family there. And what the Patties? Oh, Lank.
Yeah.
Tara Lank.
Tara.
Yeah, Tara. I think my friend's name in life was it was Tara Spicer actually.
Yeah.
Well, again, I know you know a lot of stuff, but I know who the BG is. Fair enough. Fair enough. You can have the story. I'll take the BG on there because I mean, I know he's like very passionate. Actually, hold on. Hunting Evil. How come you don't reach out to Adventures with Purpose? Remember that lady that was talking about the Macrina Clerkin case that was from jail that said that she just wanted to tell the story because this is what the information that she had gotten, that she was in some sort of pond or lake or not some sort of pond, some sort of swampy pond or whatever. I just remember that lady in an interview from jail talking about Karina McClurkin, that somebody was spitting out information in jail and she just wanted to help the family out. And so anyways, all that was going through my head was Adventures with Purpose. Great group of people. Jared, I've done a tribute video for them. You know what? They were such a great people, to be honest with you. I love those guys. I think they're just beautiful hearts. You should think about reaching out to them. Mm-hmm. Carol. True Crime Investigates. I've missed where the line fits into the picture. Yeah, that's with Tara there that we just talked about. Now, Keegan, I don't know how many times I've seen him firsthand. What? What is that word?
I don't know. I think it was a misprint. And does he mean Keegan Klein or Keegan Dunker?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, if you're talking about Keegan Dunker, it's KD and Keegan Klein is KK.
Now, hands down, I'm trying to get his.
I'm not sure what that means.
Hands down, the mess has played major role. Law really needs to look.
Yeah, well, they should search that swamp that that lady speaks of. That was talking from jail. Because she's around. John saying, "Is anyone?" Yeah, well, hunting has a crime.
CD does as well.
CD has a channel.
Yeah, CD has a channel. It's growing.
Yeah. You know, that will be good because I think it's Michael and I think Michael. Is you and Tina still working together on Karina? I came across her Facebook yesterday, the actual right one. I think there's a few of those as well.
They all have so many Facebooks.
My fucking God, right?
I'm like, my God.
My God. Harvey Babcock is the worst so far.
Someone I came across had 5 or 6, and I was like, my God.
Harley?
Yeah.
Harley Babcock. Let me just tell you this. You do not need to have that many pictures and selfies of yourself. Love yourself for who you are, okay? You do not need to make yourself and be disrespectful to yourself and your body by all those pics that you put up there. Seriously. Insecurities. Learn to love yourself, girl.
The one that got me was KT had so many different pages, and one of them he just spelled his name completely wrong. And so I thought, okay, that's probably not him. But when I clicked on him, it was him. I'm like, that's weird.
What was the last? Okay, we've seen this. Tina's. Okay, I gotta turn that off. I thought I had it off, but maybe it's not. Oh, I know what the problem is now. It's that it's past its time. I always have to. Come on, sakes! I always have to mute our chat because it's always it will give me a headache when I have to listen to it that many times. Go off. Okay, so what is
Oh, okay.
Who the hell is that?
Thank you, Llewellyn.
Aubriana Votter.
I feel like I've seen that name, but let me just mute notifications. Next. I'll shut you guys up for 8 hours, yeah? Okay, so which was she putting up there? Okay, so Aubriana Votter. I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you. Is that no. I don't even know who that is, to be honest. I feel like I might have seen the name. I don't know. Who is that? Jenny or Michael? Sunny, can I drop my channel link? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry, I just dropped it for him.
Oh yeah, anytime you guys want to drop the channel or whatever, just say Hunting Evil. I'm lost on this conversation. Well, you know what? Me too. Adam, go ahead, take over. Or
Well, I mean, I don't know. What do you both think that the Country Club Road thing is mainly just about alibi, or do you think that that TT plays a role in it?
TK or KT?
TT.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're talking about that Trexler dude, yeah? That's what you're talking about, yeah?
Talking about Tony Klein.
No, I think it's
The person that
Trexler.
was on Country Club Road.
Well, there's a few people on Country Club Road, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's not TK. That's KT,
No, it's
right?
Yeah, no, it's
TT.
it's the cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the one in the obituary. The whole frickin' Fandango. Now that one I don't have a problem saying either, because that one was on Sleuth's channel where Fig was saying to people that you just gotta go look up in the obituary. Trexler. Anyone that looks up Country Road can literally come across the names themselves just by who lives on that road. And then you guys can do the homework. But the Trexler person, that was like in the obituary of Keegan Klein's dad.
Grandpa.
No, grandpa.
Keegan Klein's grandpa. Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry. I think his name was Jerry Klein too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Thank you, Laura.
Were you asking, Adam, if we think that the phone connecting there was an alibi?
Yeah, I just was thinking if you think that's the extent of it.
Yeah, I think it was an alibi.
Yep.
Yeah.
John asked if Adam, Debbie, or Mama have channels. Mama does have a channel. I do not, and I don't think you do, Deb. Do you?
No, maybe one day we will.
There's nothing on it. So.
All right.
Yeah, maybe one day Adam's gonna burst out of his shell, and then we'll be or Deb. Some people do, and some people don't. You know, some people are just happy just doing this, and other people are happy maybe opening up their own channel at some point for whatever story. Yeah, well, you know, like it's one of those things to me. Like, I don't mind. Like, I've never been a nervous person. I like talking. You guys can tell that. I can talk to your, you know, put you little babies all to sleep. I could. But so I have no problem with some people are just more camera shy or, you know, don't feel confident or whatever reasons. But, you know, like Deb here.
I just don't. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Deb here, who's always sitting in the chat, in the live chat, and then all of a sudden now it's just like, are you going on tonight? Yeah, I want to come on. Sure, okay, you know, because it's not so bad, is it?
No, and I'm not camera shy.
Yeah,
well, you were on the radio, weren't you?
I was on the radio. I had an online business. I opened up Oysters to show the Pearl Inside on Facebook. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff like that. I'm not camera shy. You just don't know if I want. I just don't know if I want to do a channel. It's a lot of commitment, and you know, I manage a college soccer team too. So, CD says, Deb, create a channel. You can always go live with Sunny, like a dueling live. I'll just create one and give it to Sunny.
I mean, come on, CD. What about me?
Yeah.
And you and Sunny both, right?
Oh my God, is it really 10:34?
Yeah.
Holy shit. It
No.
does not feel like 3 hours.
It's 1:30.
1:34.
It's 1:30 here.
Yeah. 1:34.
Oh my. I'm not gonna lie, I'm at a loss here because it was like 7:30. How is it 3 hours later?
It goes fast.
Oh my God.
And there's still 100 people in the chat. Which actually, if everyone could like the video, that would be great.
Say that again. What?
I was just reminding everyone if they could like the video, that would be great.
Yeah. Let's see. Alexis says, Adam, you should do skincare. You should do a skincare channel. I can't get this to roll down because your skin is flawless.
I don't know. It's really not. But
now he's gonna blush.
well, I've gotten lots of compliments tonight. Except apparently I should not have a channel.
Yeah, I think the thing going on here, Jinga, is so Hunting Evil's been on a Karina McClurkin mission. I truly don't know a ton about that story. So I think the thing here is that you have somebody who's invested a lot of time and love and care into that story. Mine goes into the Delphi, but yet Michael thinks, I guess, but is putting the two together. So a lot of the stuff he's saying, I literally have no clue about, to be honest with you.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I just honestly, I don't have time to delve into Karina McClurkin besides mention her at the moment because it's just too much. Like I said, between working in Delphi, my focus is on Delphi, and it's not because Karina doesn't deserve any less respect, because she does, but meaning my brain can only take so much. I have to have balance in what I do. And so a lot of the stuff he's bringing up, I have no idea what he's really talking about.
Yeah,
and most people don't, to be honest. So that's why I will drop here. Let me just try to find his link there. What's the title again?
You want me to do it?
Yes, could you? Could you?
Yeah.
Let me do that. That'd be great. So Hunting Evil, we'll drop your link, and anyone that wants to go check out like I said, to do with Karina McClurkin, go to your channel, by all means do.
I'm dropping it right now.
Yeah, no disrespect to you at all. I know that you're on your own particular path. There's your link going up right there. So if anyone wants to go follow that, I know that this guy has a lot of love and passion and care, in the true crime. But it's just like when I'm looking at it, I'm getting sidetracked because I don't really know what he's talking about with a lot of things.
I don't know those names or anything.
No, but then there's a lot of people that might follow that case and whatever that are interested. Hence why we just dropped your link. Okay.
Right.
The three of you could do a triple indie live.
I don't know that movie.
I don't know that movie either. Triple indie.
Sounds
good,
Triple indie live.
Mm.
What is that?
Well, someone told me that they blocked. Someone told me that they blocked them because he didn't want to hear about any other BG either. But I get it. No different than that. I don't want to hear about any other BG. I figured that that's my right, though, since I can say on the channel what I want to talk about. If I don't want to talk about another BG and people don't like it, well, you know how you came in the channel? Well, they can leave the channel that way too. Because again, it's not somebody else's story. It's not somebody else's agenda. That's what channels are for. Make your own YouTube channels, create your own. Just like if Deb and Adam or Mama already has. But if they want to go their own route or do whatever, that's up to them. But, For at the moment, we're all just enjoying each other's company, and if they disagree with me, that's fine. And if they want to create their own channel, that's fine, right? No one's held hostage here, but except for Adam. So what would you, suppose the Delphi case, you know what? Honestly, I would like to answer you honestly. I'd like to say, screw you, true crime community. To be honest with you, I'm done with you. I'm over. I don't know that I could do it though. I'm not sure, because this has been just a lot of draining work, but yet it's very fulfilling. But what I don't like, I know it happens in other places, but let's say I was doing something that was more happy, like pet videos and stuff like that. I don't know that I'd come across the same dicks that I come across in the true crime community that I come across here. That people that have so much hate and so much resentment towards others, that's what I feel here. And yet I feel like there's some good people, but I've never seen it feels so backwards to me that this is a true crime community, and all you see is people attacking. And then when the truth is coming closer, then people start being nicer, and but yet they might have been, assholes and bitches to begin with. And you're just like, traitors, that's how I'm like, traitors. So I don't honestly know. I never make plans. If I was to probably look at if it was for Delphi, it would probably be the McClurkin one, or the Flora fires, and possibly the Evansdale, as well. Like, those are the other ones around that I would be interested in taking a boo at.
Evansdale needs looked at.
Yeah.
You talk about a case where they haven't released a lot of information.
Yeah. I just wish that as people move forward, that people would start being a lot less judgmental, and let people that have channels do their thing. You go in there and say your opinion, but there's no need to be like jerk offs about it. There's just a way of going in there and having a conversation, which is like what happens in here. Really, there's no one that's really been out of line in here today. I booted one person just because the minute you bring up money and you're given attitude, it just get rid of you. But, everyone's just kind of talking and saying their thing, and there's no stopping it. And that's just kind of the way it should be. Those Facebook groups can be very detrimental, honestly. And it's just really hard, because in my head, I just picture true crime means caring. If true crime means caring, why are people hating so much on other people? And I just have a hard time being around that type of negative energy all the time, because it's making my energy negative as well, because it rubs off, right? When you're facing emails and comments and Facebook things, and you don't have to do it, but you're just trying to look at something or say something, and then you're getting attacked for saying it by these adults,
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I think it's because there's a lot of big egos, and every single one of them thinks that they're correct and everybody else is stupid.
Well, I was calling people stupid in that, because they were all being but I'm not.
But you're not going on other people's channels and doing it.
No, I've never gone on anyone's channel and started bashing them ever. Have I done that?
Yeah.
Because it's just, they're not my right. Even Greenos, even after he was like, like little dick war there, but I popped in on his channel still to watch a few things, but I'm not going to go in there and try to start something. Even Graz's I was watching that night for about 5-10 minutes there, as he was trashing other channels and stuff like that. And I was like, I could say something, and type of thing. And I thought to myself, just like when Digital was like, I'd rather listen to Mind Shock than Sunny any day. It's like, basically can't stand my voice. Well, great. Next time I see you in my channel, because you said that, dude, I'll make sure you don't have to then. Here you go. Block, delete, get out of my channel.
Right.
Have a good day. No one's forcing you to come in here and listening to me. So shut the hell up. And then he comes in here and listens to me, after he says that. And that's when I seen his name, and I'm like, dude, you're not going to sit there and say that shit in another channel and then expect me to sit there and want you back in my channel. No way. I don't care if you're a subscriber or not. This isn't for me based on how many subscribers I get and stuff like that. It's just about being a decent human being and just being able to talk to people. And, again, if I don't want to talk about other BGs in here, I don't have to. Why? Because they don't interest me. I don't want to talk about them. Go to other channels. Create your own darn channel.
It's your tunnel vision, Sunny. It's your tunnel vision.
It's my. I know. I'm such a moron. I know, right? No, I got no brain cells. Remember?
Yeah.
I wonder if Ray Jones ever made another account and sits in here. You probably know Rita's. You probably know Karina did.
Yeah.
And that's fine. As long as I don't know about them. Go back some text that showed you the back of McClub, that Mobile ground shit. See, that's like, is this freaking code shit?
I think it's a motorcycle club.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, motorcycle, is that what that means?
Yeah, I believe that's an MC club.
I was thinking McDonald's like McClub.
The McClub sandwich.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is. I think it's a motorcycle club.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the same exact thing Fouts was, yeah.
Which is pretty prominent in that area, and then also can be pretty prominent with a lot of different like boys clubs and groups.
Yeah. Well, there's a with like Tierra's whole thing there too. Oh my God, Rodney Dangerfield and the swimming pool. I remember that. Honolulu, you win. What did Honolulu win?
Honolulu's the one that gets back to school.
Oh, was he having a game while I'm sitting here?
That from that Indy 3, I think that's a line from the movie, I guess.
Yeah, Fouts is Greeno's attorney. I've known that for like a long time. Like a long time, months back. This is when I always looking at the different things. Like I said, hunting, like I said, I appreciate your love and care. I know that you know so much, that you're from around here and you know so much more about certain things. My focus has just really been on the BG for the most part, and then just trying to figure out the storyline. And I think that the transcript gave us a bigger and better light on what was going on. I think that at the end of the day, this is like bunch of like everyone seems to be like in the bikers, right? Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say something here. Everybody's making a big deal about Faust being Greeno's lawyer, but Faust is taking a ton of public defender jobs because he's not getting a lot from other sources. So I don't think Greeno has money to pay an attorney. I think Faust is probably assigned as a public defender.
Well, I think Fouts is assigned to him for more than just that.
Maybe, but I'm saying I don't think that Greeno's paying him. I don't think he has any money to pay him.
He's probably sucking his dick or something like that. Who knows?
Okay, Sunny, TMI.
Laura said, "I guess Greeno won't be at the trails for the walk this Saturday."
No, he won't be. Well, we all know that Fouts is a dirty birdie. We know Greeno. Greeno's, he's just in everywhere. He reminds me of Chris Mathis. He's got his hand in everywhere. Knows a lot about shit. Gets himself in trouble. Yeah, they kind of remind me of each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever you guys want to ask, because I need to get off of here in 13 minutes, and because my husband wants to go to bed for 11, and I didn't realize it was this late already. So
CD is right. His brother was trying to locate him. It was on Facebook at a time that his brother was missing.
Yeah.
On the 12th and 13th of February.
And there were rumors that he showed up, when he finally showed up, that he was all scratched up. I don't know if that's true. That's just one of the rumors.
I'm not going to speculate on that because I don't know anything about it.
What are we talking about?
CD says, Deb, 100% Faust is his attorney by public defender.
There's a big rumor going around that Greeno's involved with murders.
Oh, that wouldn't shock me. I mean, where I've seen Greeno's name attached to all the other people and stuff like that, I don't know. Wouldn't shock me. what he knows. He probably knows a lot. That's why he's so quick to sit there and say, nope, Keegan Dunker is not the BG. Nope, 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 nope. Of course you're not going to say that because you already know. You already know he is. But I just found it funny one day. I remember reading somebody's comment in my live, and the person said, why is it Greeno keeps knocking down the people, everyone's POIs or whatever?
Yeah, I said that.
Hey, yeah, somebody else did too. And it just always stuck with me. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Once I actually thought about it. Either way, I still don't really give a shit about Greeno, though, that way. Like one way or the other. If he's involved or if he's not involved, I don't know. I don't know if Gabe Ellis is involved or not involved. I don't know. I'm just trying to stick around what we do know for the most part.
Right.
You know, we do know what Chris Mathis has said. We do know about Keegan Dunker. We do know about Garrett Kurtz. We do know, you know, just the stuff that's been said, really. And the stuff that we found out in the transcripts. Yeah, I hear my husband and his brother talking loudly. I'm about to expose a bunch of names. Kokomo ring shown back to the other missing and killed cases, and why Greeno did was anyone in a drug ring he knew he would push people away from his buddies. Right, push people away, right? Yeah, exactly. Because honestly, when I look at the people around there, and don't get like, okay, because Keegan Dunker, yeah. Okay, Keegan Dunker's from Frankfort, Indiana, yeah. So is most of the Greenos. There's a ton of Greenos in Frankfort, Indiana. So he knows exactly who Keegan Dunker is, I'm sure. And he knows a lot of Greenos, just like the Harmons. Yeah?
Right. And John, Katie is not in prison.
No, Katie's not in prison.
Can I ask Yukio, why are you putting that Paw Pike address on the chat? Is that his grandparents' address, I'm assuming?
I'm assuming so.
2459.
Hey?
I just didn't know the relevance.
Yeah, no, that's his grandparents.
Yeah, that's why I just didn't know the relevance of why they put that up there. That's his parent.
That's
his grandparents.
Yeah, his grandparents on Paw Pike. You know what I find crazy about that is that, do you guys remember? You guys probably don't, but you know when I was telling the story about that this little boy, little side nephew of mine, told me about the other side, or showed me that there was the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And the two words he told me were Tay Tay and Papa.
Yeah.
So when I see that, I can't help but, you know, just kind of, it just obviously, you know, just seeing the word Papa. There's quite a few different things in here as the case has gone along that just kind of like gives me those deja vu moments a little bit, you know, because like I said, the story will be told.
And yeah, John, no, KD is not. That was Chadwick.
Yeah.
Anna and Derek both friends with murderer Ashley Garth, but nothing to see there. Right. There's definitely something to see there. That's what's gonna probably, you know, is that all these innocent people, all these people that were involved in different ways, you know, that's gonna hurt just as much to watch how that once the story's told, a lot of lives are gonna be torn apart.
And
just like,
and I think friend too, like, you know, I think that could be what ties to the Kleins.
Oh.
To the rest of all these people.
LOL CD. Yeah. But yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna you guys, before we head out, I'm just gonna play that video one more time quickly. It's just a 40-second video.
I know this. Niggas talking down, oh no, yeah. Made
just wanted to show that. Oh, shoot. You guys are probably hearing a bad echo. Were you?
No,
No?
we didn't hear. We didn't hear anything.
Oh,
Yeah, it was muted.
wait, you didn't hear anything?
No, there was no sound.
What?
There was the video, but no sound.
At the start as well?
Say
I
that
didn't hear any
again.
sound.
When you first came in, Deb, and we're here, was that the same thing that happened? Was there no sound?
I think so. Yeah.
There was no sound?
I don't think there was any sound.
Really?
I didn't know there was supposed to be.
CD says, yes, she does. That's what when hubby wants to go to sleep, she drops us like a bad habit.
They said that they heard sound. Okay. See, you guys got the issue down here. Right. They heard
We
it.
were muted. Yeah, it said tap for sound, Deb. If you had hit the it said tap for sound on the screen. I just didn't tap it.
Mine didn't say tap for sound.
She's blonde. Forgive her.
Mine did not say tap for sound.
No. Okay.
Maybe
oh
you're
no.
supposed to, but mine did. My screen does say that sometime, but that didn't pop up.
Okay, CD, you can go to bed now. All right, poor guy. He's just probably like, Sonny. Oh, sorry, no, Sonny. And then, oh my God, what's his name? Fig Newton. Yeah, my Fig Newton Ninja Turtle guy. Oh my God, his wife is beautiful. I seen her.
Oh, she's gorgeous. I only saw like 5 minutes of that, but she's
You
gorgeous.
don't talk to me like that. Ever.
Sonny's
Sorry.
gorgeous.
I do say you're gorgeous all the
I told you
time.
that.
Shut up there,
Sonny,
down there, Adam.
when
Shut
you
up
came
over
on
there.
the other, Sonny, when we were in the back before we came on the other night, I said, "Oh my gosh, you look beautiful." Did I? Did I not?
Aw, that's why Deb gets to go up there.
Yeah, it was them. It was them. But no, yeah. So I didn't watch it fully, but I watched a good half of it, and his wife was on there, and I was like, hold on, shit.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she looked like a freaking model, and I'm sitting there going, I'm sorry, you know, and then I'm like, oh, well, no competition. She won hands down for the beauty queen on there. Yeah, no. But anyways, no, his wife is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, beautiful. And I think she was, I think she was in some sort of like the Air Force or something like that,
Wow.
Army, and she was like in the, I think something to do with the police division or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's it. Fake mutant solves. Yeah. I can never say that.
I just listened to the part about his cousin's murder because I like Fig a lot. I think Fig is a really stand-up guy from everything I know.
Yeah.
And I was just listening to the part about his cousin's murder case.
Yeah, he was talking about his cousin's murder, and yeah. So I mean, I didn't know that, so it was just really nice to hear that, like, you know, like why he was brought to true crime. It was really.
And I listened to that podcast actually, so I was familiar with the case.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while, but I'd have to refresh myself on it. But no, I you know, so it piqued my interest. Right.
Oh yeah.
When I heard him talking about it.
Yeah. In front of his kids.
In a tent, yeah.
In a tent. Yeah.
Yeah, he was shot through a tent.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, I can't think of his name. It started with B, didn't it? But I kept wanting to think that it was like.
Put me on the spot.
No, it's okay. I thought it was like CD might know, but it was something like Boudreaux or. I'm not sure because I never it's like I heard it, but I didn't hear it clearly, and it was freaking like 2:30 in the morning, I think, when I was watching it. CD, do you know what his
Rauda
was that close? That's close to a B. Rauda. Yeah, I was close. Not Rauda. So yeah, if anyone wants to go, well, first of all, if they want to go to Adam, can you find Figgy's channel for me? Or I can do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Fig. No, you weren't supposed to say it that easy. Fig. There. Fig Mutant Solves. Okay. We'll put his channel up there.
And Rauda is the murder. That's what I wanted. That's what I was checking. Rauda is the one. Is the alleged killer, not the victim. So I didn't want to. I didn't want to give any.
Yeah. Okay. So.
It's Tristan Brudeau.
Thank you. I knew it started with.
I apologize, Fig.
I said Budo or something, didn't I?
Yeah, no, it's Tristan Boudet. Or Boudet.
Or like Slouch and Pong. Yeah. So anyway, that's to take you to Fig Mutant Solves channel. It's the last one he just put up, I believe. Again, very sad. Very sad. But, you know, he was talking about, you know, this is what disappointed me, though. He was acting like that sleuth and that grandfathered him into the true crime. I'm like, I'm female. Wait. It says, please check my internet connection. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. When I went to go drop the link, it said, please check your internet connection. Huh. Let's try that again. Okay, that's good. Must have just dropped. Hi, Jenny. Well, Jenny, it's really good night from all of us, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I mean, I just really wanted to talk about, Sonny, when do you, I don't know. I just do them as I do them, to be honest with you. I don't know. I hate being tied down to stuff. I don't know.
Sometime this week.
Yeah.
And I put his cousin's name down there as well, just so we had.
Oh, okay. Right. Thank you. Well, he's not bad. No, I didn't have no problem staring at Fig either. Just like I don't have problem staring at CD either. You know, I remember. You know, yeah. Adam. I'm not really sure who Adam is. Oh, he's that beautiful guy. Yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah, right.
Guy that comes on Sunny's channel, on there. Yeah, you're such a cutie, on there.
Thank
but
you.
I know you probably don't like the word cutie, but
I'll take it. I can get it. I'll take any compliment I can get at this point.
Right? It's better than being like, "Hey, you're fucking fat, old, and ugly."
Right.
I meant for me, not you.
Oh, whatever. You're the prettiest woman in the whole world.
He just wants my spot.
What color are you going to wear next time? I'll make sure I'm coordinated.
You missed the green.
You know, the first time I met CD, yeah, he was, and his wife can listen, but the first time I met CD was on Sleuth channel. I happened to go into Sleuth, and then Sleuth said, "Hey, Sonny, you want to come on?" I came on, but I don't think I was on cam, though. No, I wasn't on cam because I had just gotten off for, I think, my own. But anyways, regardless. And every time Sleuth opened up his mouth, I was like, get the hell out of my brain. You're just like my husband. He says the same expressions. He's like, it was like literally listening to the same person speaking. And I was just like, dude, you're like my twin. So it's just like with him, you know, I felt this connect. But then, and then Unroyal, I kind of had met, well, the same time really, but then Unroyal, he just really wanted to kind of stay within his group type of idea. So whatever, CD will come on if he, like CD just kind of, you know, like he'll go on to who's ever in a sense if he wants to, or if he's asked or whatever. He doesn't, like, he'll come on here if he wanted to and say something, but he always usually has his kids. Sonny, I give Fig's wife credit. My wife would never come on. No? What? Yeah, it's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah. No, I really thought that was nice that his wife was on there. You know, I mean, I was too busy staring at her instead of him, though. I kept looking at him going, God, like, she's just got a perfect makeup. She has that perfect, kind of like your perfect skin there, Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
Yeah.
Did you miss the comment about my eyes earlier?
Your blue eyes.
Yeah. CD says, Sonny, you're kissing ass because you're signing off so hubby can catch his Z's. No.
That's
My
I don't know what is that. What's
well,
Decatur Dazzle?
huh?
What's
She can.
Decatur Dazzle mean?
Can't hear you. She's out cold. Oh, what's what?
Laura's comment.
Oh,
I don't know
Aspen,
what that
you
is.
have that Dacker Dazzle.
Decatur
Decatur.
Dazzle.
Decatur.
What's
You got that
Decatur?
Decatur, like a gator, but a Decatur.
It's
Is
Decatur.
that your southern accent, Sonny?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Good.
I can only do accents if somebody's doing them ahead of me. Like if
Right.
I'm hearing it, like, you know, like dear penis. I don't think like that. That's
Oh,
only.
no, Laura, I'm from Charlotte. Well, I'm not. Well, I'm from Southern Illinois, but I live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I'm from Indiana. I live right
Where
near.
Where in Illinois?
I grew up in a really small town with 500 people in it named Hoyleton, which is about an hour south of Springfield.
Do you know where Champaign-Urbana is?
Yeah, my cousin works for the university there.
I lived there for 3 years.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying like Southern Illinois, and like I think it's a lot like Delphi.
Well,
it's just very rural, and
Yeah.
So I think it's easy for me to connect to the way some of these people think.
Yeah,
because it's the people I grew up with.
Yeah.
Actually, CD, that's what I was kind of trying to say. It's not just any channel, within kind of like the circle, right? But mine's in the like important lineup. Just saying.
Oh, look, yeah, Laura, there is a Decatur, Illinois. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's this? Anyone wanting to read up on Fig's cousin? Oh, perfect.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you know, like I mean, I know he said that, like, you know, it's one thing if it's kind of a cousin removed a little bit than immediate family, but no, you know, it's. I mean, I get what he's saying there, but wow, you know, like what's so heartbreaking. This always happens to me every time. I don't really think about the murder. I'm thinking about the family that is just now affected. My mind always will go to that these kids no longer have a dad. This wife just lost her husband. Oh my God, the heartbreak and the pain that she's feeling. This person, you know what I mean? Like just all of that is always what starts rolling in my head. With the girls, it's always about watching the Patty's and Anna's mom, or sorry, Abby's mom, Anna, and just seeing the hurt and the pain and that, especially like I know it's not, but Anna, like I said, that was her only child, and it's not to take away from Libby, but just the heartbreak that goes through my heart, just thinking about that stuff. It just. I'm amazed I'm even in this true crime thing. I just cannot stand death. But yet, like I said, I like the fact that I'm being impactful, you know, like to me, like regardless of what anybody else thinks, like how many, like, meaning there's so many people that go through life being selfish and only concerned about their own needs, their own pockets, whatever. I like the fact that people are in here, regardless if you don't agree, that they're in here because they care. They would not be brought, you know, besides maybe Fez. I don't know how much Fez cares, but yeah. But I just feel like regardless that if people didn't have caring hearts and care about people, that they wouldn't be in here. And that's why I say to you people, you know, remember that when you're answering somebody's comment back or you're making comments in other rooms, remember that everyone, yeah, we can say what we'd like, you know, but you don't need to be jerk offs or whatever to answer back, you know, and that's what always gets me. It's like if I put a comment in a Facebook group, you know, and then 5 people that have been there for years don't believe anything you're saying because they got their own agenda. They're just on the attack right away, but there's no need of it, you know. Great, I disagree, you know, type of idea, or why do you think that way, or what, you know, it makes so much of a difference to me how people speak. And why I just don't understand why people can't do that, considering everyone's in here for the same purpose of caring about other people. I'm just saying, be nicer to people, or how you answer people back. Anyways, you guys, Deb, do you have anything that you wanted to say at all, or you know, or is there any?
Not really. I think we covered everything that I was thinking about. Just you know, justice for Libby and Abby, and for Ray, and Karina McClurkin, and the little Flora girls. I don't want to forget them. And that's it.
Right.
Okay. Is there anything particular that you guys wanted to talk about, Adam or Deb, in the upcoming week? Is there anything that you guys wanted to focus on?
No, I will say just really quickly. I know that there is a video going around YouTube of someone saying that if they have an it's a conversation with friend one from the transcript.
Yeah.
And I mean, you both know that I unintentionally talked to that person, friend one, and you know, I mean, I promised them I would not reveal their identity, but you know, we can talk about it in another live later in the week about, you know, the things that maybe aren't true. You know, I think that person thinks they're talking to friend one. It's just not it's just not the right person.
Right.
And that was confirmed to me today from friend one.
I saw that. And I thought, no, you're not.
Yeah. So when I listened to it, and I sent the person a message on Reddit because that's where I saw it. And they said, you know, it's my video. It is friend one. And I said, okay, well, I think we might think that friend one is two different people then. So,
well, we know friend one is the neighbor. You know,
right.
There's
but I gave the guy my word that I wouldn't, reveal his identity. So,
yeah. There's a few neighbors around there that have been mentioned or whatever. And it's friend two, which is his good friend, Mr. KT. And then there's the shots account, whatever. But so I mean, people, they need to listen better. But I think that's kind of well, whatever, each to their own, right? But yeah, I knew that wasn't. I think when I seen that too, that's not friend one, but
no, it's not. And they confirmed that to me today. Friend one did.
Yeah. Actually, how's that going? Did you talk to friend one today?
Yeah. Because I reached out, right, and sent them that video, and they confirmed it was not them.
Yeah. Right. So, is H. Babcock a working girl? Well, she comes off like one, doesn't she? On there. Yeah. But anyways, we can talk about that privately. Yeah. And again, if it's something you want to discuss in a future, whatever, with about friend one, type of idea, then we will. If not, then we don't. Again, it's not about trying to get views because of who we have on or don't, or what we talk about. It's just about talking about Abby and Libby bringing justice. And yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you for coming in. There's 81 people. Thank you guys for all who stopped by. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you guys. If you could hit the like button, share it. If you want. If you don't want, that's okay. Thumbs down. I don't care. Anyways, thank you guys for coming to join me. Jenny, sorry that it was so late. CD, you have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. And the joys of kids. This is why I only had one. And he's 25 years old. Laura, thank you so much. John, take care. Jinga, anybody else who's ever in here, Llewellyn, Carol, blah, 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 Alexis. Have a good night, you guys. Take care.
Have a good night.
And I'll see you guys in chat in a minute.
Bye.
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 Good night, guys. Bye. Maybe I'll go first. Hey, Deb. Oh, she left. Darn it. I was going to do the little peekaboo thing on her. Whatever. Hopefully it will work out soon. Yeah. All the little molars. Yeah. That's where they like their little ice. They put their thing in the freezer. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, take care. Have a great night. Stay safe. Yes. And bless. And you guys take care. And I'm not really sure when I'm going to do another live, if I'm going to do one tomorrow. I just do them as I do them, to be honest with you. I'll see how I feel. I really need to go get groceries. And I really don't like to get groceries. And I'll check my email. And yeah, on there. Yeah, bye, John. Take care. Have a good night, guys. And broadcast.